I been missing out the walk with the minute. I been building up the blocks like a me. Elliot got water dripping out the city. Oh my God, boy he got a God. Oh my God, boy that boy on top. Sippin' walk, make my heart stop. All these hoes, yeah my love my thigh. Yo, oh let go, put her on roll, put that on payroll, put that on go. Yeah she like to go, yeah she love to blow. Get that dick show, like a snow cone. Yo, get that bag, show 'em how to ball. I'm in the mall, yeah I'm saying. Give me a minute, yeah, I need a minute, I'm in a minute, I'm in a minute, I'm gonna tell you, Cardi B and Pippin, Cardi B and kick the shit in, yeah, give me a minute, yeah.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's DGE, Dolphin Gang Entertainment. It's your boy DG, and we back with another live stream, man. We ain't come last week. We were handling business, but we back this week. I got my boy Ice. Let him know what's up.
Yo, what's up, man? Hey, just chilling tonight. Let's get into this, man. It's gonna be a great one. So yeah, man, here we go.
Yeah, man. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe for more content. Help your boy get that 10K. That 10K is on its way. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. We got a lot of topics to go over. A lot of topics. We're gonna switch it up from time to time. But we got some of the draft. We got some of Shedeur Sanders. We got some of Bill Belichick. What he got going on.
That's gonna be.
Yeah, that should be interesting right there, man. Very interesting. Also, please go check out that link, dgemerchandise.com. We got all your merch. We got these shirts that I got on right now. You can get them. I'm not going to tell you the price, but just go check out the link, man. Just go check out the link. But before I get into our draft, we're going to see what grade we got for our draft from TFG Football. These are one of the guys that I watch the most in regards to the draft, NFL, so on and so forth. So we're going to see what he grades each pick. The first pick, he graded it out as a B. Kenneth Grant. How do you feel about that one?
I think that's a solid one. Having a nose tackle like that, traditionally speaking, but some fans, they feel they should have gone in another player in a different position. But hey, as long as Chris Greer's attacking in that area, we're just fine.
Okay, so you would give it an A.
An A, I'll be like a B plus, because he's got some things to work on for sure, But he definitely is talented, though. No question about that. With them boys, Zach Zila included, it's going to be crazy. They can stay healthy.
Most definitely. And then after that, with the second round pick, we went Jonah Savaiinaea.
Yeah, that one. Hey, look, bro, I'm going to let you get that one, bro. I can't. I just call him Jonah.
Savaiinaea.
I feel it.
I'm close.
I mean, I can't. For me, I'm a butcher it if I say it. So
I was about to just call him Tua's last name, Jonah Tugalao. But this pick, I get this at A minus. He got this as a B. I give it an A minus.
Okay.
This is probably my favorite pick out of the whole draft.
Oh, damn.
What about you? Is it?
Oh, man, I think you might know what I'm about to go to, but hey, mine's the quarterback.
Is it Quinn?
Man. Yeah, it's Quinn all day, man. Hey, you know it. Hey, look, a lot of people don't want to hear it, but hey, I'll say it. So
that's a Wolfpack answer.
That is true, bro. Stand up tall, bro. CB
Wolfpack happy right now.
Where he at?
CB, he sleeps. I don't know. He might pull up. CB might pull up.
Wolfpack, man. Always.
But shout out to Vamos. Is Vamos a Wolfpack? Is he
Shoot,
Wolfpack?
I don't know. He definitely is. He's got to be. I don't think he like Tua either, bro. I don't think. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not about like, but you know how it goes, bro.
Yeah, he
Injury
might be Wolfpack.
prone, can't do nothing for us. Shit.
All right. Next pick, Jordan Phillips. How you feel about this one?
That when I heard that name, I was like, yo, didn't we already have one back then? And when I saw him, I was like, bro, another defensive tackle. I like it. More trenches, the opportunity for either one of them to get a starting job. You never know if one goes down, the other one subs in. Might be a diamond in the rough. I like the moves that we did. So, well, we're gonna find out.
We tripled down at D tackle.
Sure,
Triple down. You know, with Jordan Phillips, I give that a B. A solid B. I think there was a lot of good players still available in the fifth round. You know, even your boy Shedeur, he was available, and we still passed up on him.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that talent right there, but a lot of NFL teams messed up. I think the Browns are stacked with quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, one of them got to work.
Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur, the list goes on. Damn.
Yeah, we got that coming up next. Charleston White, we know what he said, so we're gonna talk about that next. So
crazy.
That's coming up. Jason Marshall from Florida, my school. How you feel about this one?
He could be the replacement for either Ramsey or be at the 2 spot. You know what I'm saying? And whoever you find in replacement in regards to Ramsey, if you make a trade, whatever the case may be, is hell, if you can pick up Asante Samuel Jr.
Yeah.
Agent, you know, we discussed about that a couple of weeks ago, you and me. I feel like why not? You know, there's Marshall, nice, takes the place of a Cam Smith. You know, I think a lot of us expected Cam to be that dude, but I feel like Marshall might take.
I think Cam Smith is better. Even though we haven't seen him, I think he's better than Jason Marshall.
Ooh. And that's coming from you. You're a Florida Gator fan, so you would know about Marshall.
Exactly. So I don't know. Marshall, he has the upside based off the athletic traits,
right.
But it's just he hasn't put it all out there yet on film in regards to what he should be as a cornerback. You know, but
is he a development player though? Do you think?
Yeah, development through he's not gonna start off right away. I don't think so unless he proves himself. You know, he go out there and lock down Tyreek Hill. That's gonna boost him up the depth chart pretty much
by far. Yeah.
You know, but that's a good task to give a guy like this, a 5th round, a cornerback. Cover Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Show us that you can do that. You know, training camp. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for Jason Marshall at training camp. I give this a B- just because he a Gators guy.
Okay.
I was gonna give this a C+.
I see what you're doing. Okay, I see you.
You know, I like Jason. He's from Miami too. He's from the crib. So I'm gonna ride for Jason until he show me otherwise. You know, if you go out there and get burnt the first game, I don't know, Jason.
Ethan Barner, just like that. Ethan Barner did that. Shoot, we gave him a chance and he got burned. I think Marshall. I feel like Marshall could be a good hit though. I don't know, man.
It just depends. Tall. Not right now.
No, give him some time.
I feel like we need a veteran cornerback. Even if we're going to replace Jalen Ramsey, who are we going to bring back into the room?
We lose that. That's kind of bad, actually. We lose that veteran leadership on that standpoint.
I mean, you could go get it. There's a lot of veterans still available.
True.
We could. Yeah, let me look at the free agent list.
Yeah, we can even make a trade.
Free agent cornerbacks available.
Marlon Humphrey, Greg Newsome. The list goes on. Jair Alexander, that's another dude.
I heard we had conversations for Greg Newsome. That's what I heard.
Yeah, there's been
the Browns.
I wouldn't mind that either. That's a young, talented player. You could utilize him. I mean, damn.
You know, but we gotta get somebody that we trust to be the cornerback number 1.
True.
You know, or we could get a bridge guy to be the cornerback until next year. Maybe a good one. Yeah. Okay.
I'm with that. I mean, the defense is already stacked, in my opinion. I really think that we have a nice outside linebacking core. Byron Murphy's a free agent? No way.
No, he's not.
I was gonna say, dude.
Unrestricted free agents.
If he was, I would have
Yeah,
scooped him up in
filter
a heartbeat.
it out. All right, is not filtering available. Okay. James Bradbury. I heard that the Dolphins have kept in touch with him. Kendall Fuller. Would you
I
bring
would
him
do it.
back?
I'd rather have Kendall Fuller than James. James is kind of like up there. I think he's in age, right? He's 31 right there. So
Yeah,
I'll take
31, 30.
Kendall. Kendall would know a little bit more of this role. He's more into this scheme. He would be more familiar in the staff. So, I'd bring him back. Stephon Gilmore. Now, oh, my dog,
Mhm.
CJ Henderson. Look who it is. Christopher Columbus. Look at you right there.
But look, I like CJ, but he kind of remind me of Jason Marshall
So,
on our
okay.
team, like an athletic guy.
That could be a good thing,
You know,
but also a bad thing too. 'Cause
yeah, could be a bad thing. You know, CJ, he a fast
he
guy.
just can't make a.
You know, he got good size for a
I
corner.
love him, bro. I know he went to the Gators as well, but he
Mhm.
just can't make a roster spot. He's been struggling ever since he went to the Panthers. He had his chance, got his contract, and then after that, he's been moving around. And maybe Miami would be a nice spot for him. I mean, hometown once again. I'm just saying, Asante ain't no way Asante is all the way down there. That's disrespect.
Yeah. That's disrespect, but that could be concerning in regards to injuries.
How he's got a lot of injuries.
I think so. You know, he's a smaller
so he's
cornerback,
not-
so
okay.
he's more.
He's not like his father. Okay.
Yeah, he's not as
Damn.
big as his dad. So, you know, but like you look at this list, none of these guys could replace. Jalen
Honestly,
Ramsey.
Mike. I know Mike is up there as well. Yeah, but he
Hilton?
played very well for the Bengals when they made that run to the Super Bowl. I know that was a couple years back, but that's one experienced player you can. And Rasul Douglas, you mentioned as well. So those are two players I would actually look at if we're being realistic speaking. No disrespect to James and Kendall, but Rasul and Mike, man. I mean, they're not that as bad.
Mike, I don't mind him as slot cornerback. That's
So
where I
Cater's
would
got
put
to
him.
take the back seat then. I feel it. Oh, and then he beat.
Cater said he's okay with playing the
Damn, he's-
outside. You know, but we all want him on slot.
Stephon Diggs is going. We seen what Stephon did to him a couple years back. I ain't gonna hold.
Exactly. So I want to make sure Kirko is not on Stephon Diggs at any time.
That's it. It's an automatic touchdown.
Right. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I see
I'm
Kirko who on Stephon Diggs. Hey, stop! I'm throwing a flag. Something.
Nah, you better hold, bro. You better
You
hold,
can't let
bro.
that happen. Yeah, you better hold him, punch him, stop the play, or you gonna.
Wait,
get
he was
6
with
on
the
us,
Eagles.
You know
James Bradbury.
who?
I thought he was with
Yeah,
the
he
Giants.
was, but you know the rookies came in. Was Quinyon Mitchell,
right.
Cooper DeJean. Yeah, came in, took his spot.
Players. I wish we had that type of luxury. Finding a Quinyon Mitchell.
We don't. We're over
guessing.
here inquiring with the Eagles backups.
Yeah, we trying to Big Banjo. I mean, we should have never left. Nope. I do.
I guess, man.
But people saying one more year with him.
He gone now. Ain't nothing we can do. I mean, DB, we still got a lot to figure out, you know, but the 2 picks that we got, you know, I'm kind of happy. Trader, I don't know about. That's the one I don't really like. You see, that's the only one where he said
the thing
it's
is,
a
I feel like
reach.
Ashton Davis could take his play. I feel like that's the more upside right there. This guy could just be a backup for him, maybe. You know, if he can make the squad. Now, there's the one I like as well. The second.
You know, but with this pick, I feel like we did this last year.
The safety?
Yeah, the safety, later rounds. Patrick
that's
Morris.
right. Morris he didn't really pan out.
He didn't really pan out. He ain't really show us that he was going to be a safety. You know, he showed some flashes. He played good in the preseason.
He just got bodied. Yeah.
You know, maybe
you could just moss him easily, bro. He's just
like him, Dante Trader, and Patrick Morris. They're around the same size.
What are they, like too. A Jimmy Wilson? Remember Jimmy Wilson when we had him a long time ago? I feel like that's a good comparison for Trader. A poor man's Jimmy Wilson. That's what.
But is he going to set us over the
No,
edge? I feel like there's other good safeties on
rotational
the board.
wise, maybe a couple snaps, yeah. But as a true day one starter, no, not that much. Hopefully he proves us, but Ashton Davis is way more physical, and he's a sideline to sideline player. What he did against us last year with the Jets, it showed. I'm glad we scooped him up. You're gonna find out this guy's something else, man. Be like, damn. I love the other one though, the running back. That one is the one.
Ollie Gordon.
That's my second favorite in the whole draft. Kenneth Grant for sure. Yeah,
Your second favorite.
Disgusting. 2023, 1,700 rushing yards. I forget how many touchdowns. Disgusting player, bro. Absolutely disgusting. Last year he had a slump. We get it. Scheme wise, health wise, whatever the case may be is, but give him a chance. He could be a great second back. I love it.
I mean, with Ollie Gordon, you're not worried about his speed?
The thing is, I feel like he's a. Whoa! I'll put my drink down here. I feel like he's a Jay Ajayi 2.0 in a smaller version, though. He's more of the guy that I'm gonna run you over type. I'm not gonna be a guy that's gonna be like Devon H. The moment I hit the crease, I'm gone. I might be caught up from behind from a safety, but at least I'm gonna run over your middle linebacker and get you the crucial yards on third and inches, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Goal line situations. I feel like that's where I would put him instead of Devon.
Yeah, I just feel like he's too similar to Jalen Wright.
That's kind of bad.
Plus he's when he was coming out of Oklahoma State in 2023, everybody thought he was going to be a first round pick as a running back. That's what everybody thought, but he ended up falling because of the off the field issues, so
he had it too.
With that, yeah, he had it. So he might end up being running back number 2. He might end up being that. I feel bad for Jalen Wright. He deserves a lot more, credit.
I hope he beefs up so he can really do it all. Be a dimensional running back instead. That'd be amazing. Be all phases.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just gave up on the season. Like, you know what? Dolphins obviously crazy. He just stopped working out. He's like,
he becomes Eddie Lacy 2.0, dog.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I thought as soon as we picked up Ollie Gordon,
I was shocked that we actually picked a running back. I didn't think we were going to do that.
I was shocked too. I understand the value. That was a good value.
I mean, that was one of the trades, right? Where we moved up twice. I mean, I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, we probably seen somebody on the board that we really liked, and we had to make a move. I just wanted to show y'all who was picked after Dante Trader Jr. I can see the list. The linebacker from UM, Francisco.
Bro, I wish we had him. Him and Brooks, and then Tyler Dotson at the 3.
That's
I got
what
my
I'm saying,
Raekwon
bro.
Smith. I got my Patrick Willis. I got my Navarro Bowman type player, bro. That's why I feel like he is in that category. I'm serious. He was literally one of the heart and beating souls of the defense. Literally.
Hey, Dante Trader, you're a Dolphin now. I love you, bro. But at the same time, I must still look at the value that we could have got, with this pick. He's one. Oronde Gadsden, the tight end. His dad that used to play for us. We could have picked him up.
Mason Taylor. I thought that was going to be damn father like son. Two players, bro.
Mason Taylor, he went in the second round. And then no way I'm choosing Mason Taylor over Jonah.
Oh no, we going trenches. Yeah, sadly, it is what it is. But
Miles Frazier, I used to go to school with him at FIU. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Used to go to school.
Look at him now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a guard. Okay.
He's a guard line, so he should be good over there.
Penei Sewell, the left tackle. They stack.
But he's like 6'1".
I mean, Aaron Brewer's what is he in like a center position or is he like a left guard?
He's one of those old linemen that could play all
Oh, so
five
he's
spots.
athletic as hell. Kind of like mostly Aaron then.
Yeah.
Aaron Brewer S type player. Because Aaron can do it all too. You can shift him anywhere.
I've never seen Aaron Brewer play tackle
No?
before. I only seen him play guard and center. I never seen film of him playing tackle.
Wait, you talking about left guard. Okay. My mind went strictly to defensive tackle real quickly for a second.
She could probably play that too. Poole Paul Jr. That's a linebacker that I liked in this
Well, the
draft
one
class.
from the Eagles that they scooped up from Alabama, how the hell do they get away with it? How do they always find players like that just fall to them?
We just let them fall and they pick the best player on the board. To be honest,
We couldn't even pick him up.
oh yeah, y'all let them fall. Okay,
Bro, they got Nakobe Dean and him now. Nah, that's too much middle linebacking. That's crazy.
And they got
That's
Zach
nasty.
Bond.
They lost Sweat though. He went to the Cardinals, but still, they got.
You see, look who else we passed up on. Kyle McCord, Will Howard. We
He went
passed
to the
up on him.
Steelers. Okay, he might be a day one starter.
With
Who
the center.
knows?
Yeah, Riley Leonard. We passed up on him. Who else we passed up on? Colorado kid, but he's like a receiver that we already have, like a Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, like a speed guy. So, another Colorado guy.
Hey, Horn, yeah, man, like his father too, bro, played in the NFL.
Oh,
Joe
for real?
Horn.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So we got 3 kids in there of their fathers, all basically Hall of Famers.
Yeah, man. Please, Dolphins, don't do that next year. Don't reach on. I hate when Dolphins reach on players. I hate it. It gets on my nerves.
Chris Greer, the best GM. I always say best GM of all time, bro.
Okay, so Quinn Ewers. I already know how you feel about Quinn Ewers. So Zeke Biggers, how you feel about that?
I feel like no disrespect, but I feel like he's not gonna make the team. A lot of people say that he's nice, he's stout on stopping the run, especially, but I feel like he's gonna be in the practice squad. You know what I'm saying? And then if his number is called up, he'll still be with us, but his number might be called up due to lack of injuries if that happens later in the season. That's why I feel like that's a good spot to keep him in. Because you already have Benito Jones, and you also got Kenneth Grant and the other dude that we got. So that's 3 right there. And then you got this guy. I mean,
I think him and Benito split in
so
time.
Benito's going to teach. Okay, I see what you're saying. Benito, he becomes the new Benito Jones for us in that way.
I mean, they're personally, how I see it, they're 2 different type of guys. Like one of them is like a Raekwon Davis, and another one is like
I thought you were going to say like Devon Gotcha or something. Okay, Vince Wilfork. Wow. That's how.
Like that's how Benito Jones looked, like a big belly,
I know what you mean.
Beard.
Vince Wilfork, yes.
But Zeke Biggers, he is what his last name is.
Tall.
Big.
Oh, I see now the Raekwon Davis comparison because he's tall as hell, freak of nature, can hover over the offensive line. Yeah, I follow.
Exactly, longer arms. I feel like they picked him up because they see like maybe the only thing that he needs to fix is the technique. And with technique, that's something coaches could coach you up on easily. Size, you can't teach that.
I know.
Strength, you can't teach that. But he has the size and the strength that you need at D tackle. It's just the technique that you want to work on. And I think he could at least be a practice squad player.
I mean, if we can keep 4 defensive linemen like that in the nose, traditionally speaking, I feel like that's a great thing to have. I mean, practice squad as well. That's one spot. It's just basically you're still on the same squad with us because you're practicing. So, but I do like the fact that he addressed all the trenches. Like he needed to do that this year because if he did not do that, bro, a lot of us would be sitting here saying, okay, we're going looking at a 2-win season instead of a 4 to 9 to 10, whatever the case may be. So there's so much going on right now with this team, bro. I mean, training camp is going to be interesting, bro. I feel like, what's his name? Kenneth Grant. Monster.
Kenny Grant, bro. I had a dream that Kenny Grant pancaked Liam Eichenberg at practice.
Liam Eichenberg ain't gonna survive.
Yeah, Liam Eichenberg not gonna survive that
Punching bag
right
for sure.
For real. But let's
Yeah.
check out what TFG has to say about this.
Miami Dolphins. Talk about draft strategy, man, before we get into players. Just, can we all collectively give the Dolphins a round of applause here? Like, great job finally, like, realizing what your problem is and going trench play, focusing on the physicality aspect of this team that's been lacking. I thought last year that was going to be the strategy, and it sure as hell was not. They spent a lot of picks taking speed and running backs and all this stuff. And yeah, I know Chop Robinson worked out for them. You know, that was a B pick for me. That, you know, as a pass rusher, yes, absolutely. But he wasn't like a physicality, stop the run, you know, let's get tough, right? And then they take the developmental tackle and Chris Paul. We'll see where that goes. But I think
Patrick Paul.
This draft screams toughness and physicality being infused into the Miami Dolphins, and I'm a big fan of that. But as we get to their 13th overall pick with Kenneth Grant, while I just praise them for, you know, the approach of physicality, I do with Kenneth Grant want to see him more consistently play with that grit and toughness that you want out of a 335-pound nose tackle. It is in there. I've seen it. When they played Ohio State, he would drop his pads, take on double teams, rush with the bull rush. Like, I've seen him play with the style that you are hoping he will.
You see how you see how he gets so low to the point that he goes for he's not trying to be dirty, but look at that old school football wise. Old school football, you should just go for your legs. Like, I know it sounds dirty, but it is what it is. If he's bigger than you, and he could just literally like do that every single time, like a Chris Long, right, who played for the Bears, or that dude that played for the Minnesota Vikings back then, I forget his name. Bro, the way he gets low like that, look at that. I mean, yeah, he got beat there and he has some things to work on, but the way he can get low and if he can get his hands right, that's it, bro. This guy is actually a stud.
Yeah, he can actually move for somebody 330, 340. He's not a bad mover.
Damn.
You know, it seems like all the weight is in his belly. Like, there's no weight in his legs.
He's old school.
Yeah, old school for sure. I think we got a Hall of Famer here. I'm not gonna lie, a Hall of Famer or close to it.
Zach Zeeler's about to feast with him.
Like, I've seen him play with the style that you are hoping he will. But there's a lot of games. I just think he got bored. They won the national championship in 2023. He's able to win with a swim move. He's able to knife and penetrate into the backfield and make splash plays like a athletic 3 technique. I love that that's in there, and that's something that he can do. I don't want that to be the core identity of his game, and I do think it led to a lot of inconsistency with Kenneth Grant. Really, that's what's going to make or break this pick for me on Kenneth Grant, is if they can get him to more consistently play up to his size and what you're hoping he can be great at. And that's all why I had a more of a late first round grade on Kenneth Grant. And yeah, it's a little bit early for me, and why this is a B grade.
Damn.
You don't see? You don't see what
Liam
Billy
about
said?
to become team cap.
If Liam become team captain,
season.
I'm gonna be repping a new team pretty soon, man.
A lot of fans,
but I still love the overall approach. I love getting a nose tackle in that group because Zach Sealer's a good 3 technique, but not someone you want taking on double teams. So I even understand going with Kenneth Grant over Walter Nolan, who I did rank a decent bit higher than Kenneth Grant. Nolan obviously goes a few picks later, but I'm not really going to be critical of them for going Grant over Nolan if they wanted the nose tackle. So I like that pick. It got a B for me. And then they trade up and give up a lot of picks to come up and get Jonas Savanaia. Now, it was an expensive trade up to move up just 9 spots. They give up a 3rd round pick and a 4th round pick. Now, they did get a
That's why you're seeing this pick, and then all the way to the 5th round. We gave up a lot to get Jonah. Gave up a lot, man. He better be worth it. If he's not worth it, I'm gonna be pissed off about this draft. Chris Greer, he messed up again.
I plead the 5th on that one, bro. If we get no trench help on the offense, I'll just sit back and be like, damn it, next year again.
But if you do all that to trade up to get somebody, you're hoping that person could be a good enough player for your team. You're that confident that he's gonna be that good, and they did this in the 5th pick of the 2nd round.
Expensive,
So I hold value. Yeah, I hold value in regards to guys who get picked in this first, second.
So that's a day 1
round.
starter, Jonah and Kenneth for sure, no question about that. Okay, so those are 2
for sure, and that's what I mean. Like with this draft, I feel like we got at least 3 starters. At least 3. Off rip. We don't even have to see them play. We got at least 3 starters. Maybe even 4. Mm-hmm.
A 5th round pick back that was just another 8 spots behind that 4th round pick. So that one was pretty much a push. But again, giving up a 3rd round pick to move up 8 spots for a guy you might have been able to get that to me was more of a mid to late 2nd into the 3rd round type of prospect. They come up and take him inside the top 40. So from a value evaluation, if you will, I think they call that a valuation, Marcus. But from a valuation standpoint, this was a little rich, but I don't hate it. Frankly, I think the Dolphins need athletes on that offensive line, not just tough, good offensive linemen, but athletic offensive linemen for Mike McDaniel's system because of all of the wide zone blocking, of course, that they run being from that Shanahan tree. But not just that. I mean, they love to pull these guys, get them out in space as lead blockers out on the perimeter in the screen game. So the pool of linemen for them that they even can draft for their system really shrinks. And that's why they've been kind of this softer team because they have these more like athletic, lighter offensive linemen. Jonah Savania, I understand why they were drooling for him and just wanted to ensure that they could get him, even if the cost was a lot, because he brings both to the table. He's athletic, and he's like 325 pounds. And I think the potential for him within this system is that.
One thing about the O-line, bro, that I would say, we got a lot of guys who could move. I don't think we have the best O-line to just be good all the time, but I think all 5 of the guys could move if we have to make them move based off the gameplay. Patrick Paul, we seen him move around sometimes. He's not slow. Jonah, we know that he can move. You're in a 4.98. James Daniels, we know that he can move. Aaron Brewer, we know he can move. Austin Jackson, he's an athletic tackle as well. So we got a lot of guys who can move in our trench, but we got to make sure like they could be a tough old line. That's what we want, to be honest.
Of a Pro Bowl, dare I even say all-pro guard, just in terms of the fit here with the Dolphins and what Savania's upside could be. Now, he's got a lot to clean up. His reps were inconsistent. He needs to use his feet more consistently to tap into that athleticism. And, as a tackle, when they would leave him on an island in pass protection, he actually didn't look that athletic. But you did see some of the run blocking reps where you can see it. And then the testing obviously was very good with him. I get it for the Dolphins. It does ultimately end up a B grade for me because this was expensive on a guy that does still need to develop.
Okay.
But I'm excited to see him with the Dolphins. I think he's going to be a ton of fun. And shout out to the Hall of Fame voter that didn't even know who Jonah Savania was.
Anthony, I got you after this video, after this one.
Look, if you're an NFL analyst and you got a Hall of Fame vote, good on you, but don't tweet about the draft if you don't follow the draft because Savania was like one of the top prospects at the Senior Bowl. Like, what are we doing here? Anyway, let's go to day 3 because they did give up that 3rd round pick, but I love what they did here across the board with this Jordan Phillips pick and the trade down here. So they moved down from the 4th round, and they recoup a future 3rd round pick next year to come down here from the Texans, and then you make a really good pick that if they would have made it with that original 4th round pick, I would have really praised the fit. This is not some absurd steal or anything like that in Jordan Phillips out of Maryland, who I did have a 5th round grade on. That's exactly where he goes here with the 5th pick in the 5th round. But just, again, round of applause for the Dolphins for sticking with this theme of physicality. This was especially the point in last year's draft where the Dolphins,
in my opinion, Jordan Phillips, he gonna have to get in that weight room, man. You know, he gonna have to get a little bit stronger, you know, to hold up in the NFL, and I think he's gonna be a good player. That's what I think.
went with, you know, another speed back and like smaller, speedy wide receivers like Washington and I think it was 2 Washingtons, right? The kid out of USC and is it Malik Washington out of Virginia, was it? But not this year. They get to day 3 and say, no, we can still fill out the depth of our trench play with an ideal fit of Jordan Phillips, who's a younger player, but there's just not a ton of coaching needed on him. Of course, with any young player, there's going to be some element of coaching and development, but just a rock-solid athlete that plays with great pad level, good run defense technique. He will stack you at the line, peek, shed, make plays in the run game. Not an incredible athlete, not anyone that I really project to get after the quarterback at the NFL level. That's why he's here in the 5th round. But look, you got Kenneth Grant, you got Zach Sealer. Now you have the ideal guy off the bench for a defensive tackle room that was just brutal to look at heading into this draft. So I think that's a great pick. And to add a 3rd round pick, you're going to be really happy getting there next year because the Dolphins are realistically entering a bit of a rebuild here with this roster. So I think that was an excellent, excellent move. Couldn't give this like a purple-coated certified steal, you know, anything like that, because Phillips ultimately is a, you know, 5th round prospect for me. But as far as day 3 moves
A
go,
5th round prospect.
Then they go Carson Marshall.
That
he had him ranked as a 5th round prospect.
Yeah, voodoo. That's why I'm like, yo, voodoo, bro. Damn.
I mean, he pretty spot on with his analysis on prospect role. He looks at everything: your height, your weight, how fast you are, the film. Like nothing gets excluded with this guy.
Marshall out of Florida. I didn't get around to him. Wasn't really on my radar. But an athletic, traits-based, developmental outside corner. Obviously, that corner room did need to get addressed at some point. We'll see what he ends up being. So have that with a solid pick just because I didn't get to him, and the traits are interesting. Then they go to Dante Trader out of Maryland. This wasn't my favorite pick. I just thought there were so many better safeties in this draft than Dante Trader. I do think he will play special teams for you, but just didn't really see a whole lot of coverage feel, and certainly not a great athlete to hold up in coverage. So it just was a little bit early for me on him. I think there were some good players in the draft that were falling in this range. So that's my least favorite pick that they made. But then in the 6th round, they take the massive Ollie Gordon out of Oklahoma State.
Yep.
Someone that definitely fell in this draft process, of course, was a kind of a top 5 back heading into the year. Eerily familiar to what happened with the former Oklahoma State back in Chuba Hubbard. Now, I think Hubbard was a better prospect, ultimately still coming out. Gordon is just a plodding back. Once he gets rolling, he's got decent.
Chuba, to be real with you, I think Chuba is like, he played for the Panthers, right? For the running back, and didn't pan out.
Yeah,
but he was actually between the tackles pretty decent. So if Ollie Gordon's being compared to that backyard nose baller type stuff, I like it. I mean, doesn't have to be he doesn't have to be an elite player, Just be suitable to help the team win, whatever the case may be.
Okay, I've been meaning to ask a Miami Dolphin fan this question.
Down.
So if we get the Ollie Gordon from 2023, do you think he's good enough to get more carries than Devon Achane? Because we know Devon Achane, he's not like a bell cow running back. He's not somebody that you run with just like Derrick Henry. You kind of use him. You got to use him in like a different way. But if we've seen the best of Ollie Gordon, and the best of Ollie Gordon is a Heisman runner-up
True.
potential type of guy. So, do you think there's any possibility that he may overtake Devon A-Chain in regards to carries this year?
Shockingly enough, I think so. Because Devon A-Chain with his injury list, you know what I'm saying? And then if this guy, like you said, 2023, if we can get that Ollie Gordon, holy crap. Dolphin fans are going to have his jersey immediately. 200 plus rushing yards in a game. I think he can do it. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen one time in his
hopefully it's
career.
with us. I just hope he's not a Jarek Dokes that we had. There we go.
Garrett
He had
Dokes.
like 5 touchdowns for the Wildcat offense, whatever, in college. Made a name for himself. So I'm not saying he's like that, but is this a flash in the pan? That's another thing.
I mean, I think Ollie Gordon was better than Garrett Dokes, but I do think Ollie Gordon. I just think that since he had that pedigree of being maybe picked in the first round, that automatically puts me at ease in regards to maybe he can get most of the carries.
Okay.
At running back. I love Devon A-Chain. I'm not saying Devon A-Chain is trash, but I'm just saying, like we haven't seen the ceiling of Ollie Gordon, but we've seen what he's capable of doing based off in college and what that ceiling is.
Two-headed monster, why not, right? Him and A-Chain, power back, speed back.
Yeah. You forgetting about Jalen Wright and Alexander Madison.
Look what Anthony says here about Jalen then. He said Devon and Jalen Wright, or change of pace running backs. Gordon is what you would classify as a bell cow, but the injury concerns scare me. Anthony, give us I don't know if you want to drop the link, but send me the link actually, and I'll send it to Anthony privately. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you want. Later.
Okay, yeah, I told him after this video.
Give us some time, Anthony, to cook up, and then we got you, bro.
All right. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to iRock. Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to Vamos. Billy said, "What's up with the Devon A-Chain blasphemy?" It's not us, fam.
It's not.
It's not us. It's the coaching staff for picking Ollie Gordon with this pick. So you gotta talk to them, not us.
We just giving out 2 cents, and the fact, Billy, that hey, look, I get it. Like you said, DG fans, like all of us, Billy included, Devon A-Chain. We all love some Devon A-Chain, but the fact is, the health department. When he goes down, who do you want? Do you feel? Ask yourself this, Billy, and everyone. Do you feel comfortable when you have Jalen Wright? And no disrespect, DG, you talking about Jalen Wright that he can do it, but just one player. What about having the second luxury? 2 running backs. That's disgusting. One running back, and he has to take the whole load. That's gonna pay dividends to his health and to the team because that stamina is gonna be gone. So I like the fact that we got Ollie. Ollie Gordon is going to be a great player, either in the 3rd spot, 2nd spot, whatever. But having that rotation, Billy, is key to success, no matter who the quarterback is.
But with Ollie Gordon, you kind of put Jalen Wright in that situation. That's where he's gonna start questioning the Miami Dolphins. Like, damn, how do they really feel about me?
Showing some flashes. I'm gonna give you that.
I mean, you see how it's set up with the Detroit Lions. They got they got Montgomery, they got Gibbs. After that, who else?
That's about it.
That's about it. I don't think the 3 running back committee is. I don't think it's gonna work no more. I think two good running backs. Then you can have another one just in case if
you got Madison in the running back core too. I forgot about him, the dude that we scooped up from the Raiders.
Exactly.
Anthony said, "Read my last comment about Jordan Phillips." Where that at?
DG with Jordan Phillips. To me, he's a 3 tech, so I don't think he needs to be that large. I'm okay with him being 305. He doesn't have to be 325, 330. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I just said I wanted him to get stronger, build a stronger core, just in case he could go up against good old linemen, he could hold up, against guys who are experienced in the NFL, guys who probably are stronger than you. Kevin Grant, I don't think he's gonna have an issue with dealing with NFL linemen. With Phillips, I think he's gonna have to get used to NFL linemen, but after a year or two, I think he'll be fine.
And top speed, and I think they like him as a wide zone fit, kind of in that, kind of like a poor man's Caleb Johnson in this draft, where you get him a few steps to build up that speed and give him good blocking in front of him. You get some explosiveness out of it, and perhaps just gives you some size that they don't have as well as a goal line back, with Achane and Wright being that backfield. If you got to have it 3rd and 1, you can see how efficient he can be as a short yardage back. So I think he fits in really well with their run scheme, and then as a role player late in the draft, even if he's not, a top 5 back, potential, star or anything like that. But a good pick nonetheless. Then they take Quinn Ewers. Look, why not in the 7th round? That's kind of what I said about him when I broke him down in my QB video, where I was like, I'm probably letting someone else take Quinn Ewers unless we really get there to like the ass end of the 7th round. And it's like, yeah, why not? I mean, played hurt last year, maybe plays with a chip on his shoulder and carves out a nice, backup quarterback role in the league. I think he is a candidate to be like a practice squatter or that sort of like designated QB3 reserve. Do they even have that rule anymore? Did they get rid of that after a year? I don't remember, but I've kind of run out of energy to talk about Quinn Ewers. I'm not a believer. I think the inconsistency and the lack of pocket presence just terrifies the daylights out of you. But for what it's worth, I did think it was a good pick at this stage in the draft. Then Zeke Biggers, just keep adding size and physicality to that D-line. He's very much developing, but he's young. This dude is a specimen, and he tested well. Given how many teams were like just kind of aiming strictly for traits in this draft, it was a draft above many years that I think teams were dismissing good tape in order to take athletes. I'm very surprised Zeke Biggers didn't go a lot earlier. I mean, this dude is the definition of traits, and it's not really for a lack of effort or physicality. It's just the technique is missing on him. So I think it's a good spot. Now he'll be the 4th or 5th D tackle, but it's a spot where he can actually get some playing time and start to work on some stuff, but also not a spot, obviously, where you need much from him. I think that's a very good pick at the end of the 7th round. And then they had a nice undrafted pickup. It's great. A lot of the wide receivers they've been, quote-unquote, targeting are value adds that aren't fast players. They obviously signed Nick Westbrook.
You notice that? We haven't really added no speed receivers this year. We went and got Nick Westbrook-Akine, not the fastest of receivers, but we know he could provide in a blocking game. We went and got Andrew Armstrong, a big receiver that we know that could block. What other receivers that we targeted this offseason?
Sorry.
I forgot.
That's about it, bro. You got Taj Washington, Malik Washington, Westbrook, Tyreek, and Waddle. You're missing a 6th. So someone's got to step up, or whoever we pick up.
Miami Dolphins UDFAs. I'm gonna see if there's any receivers in the UDFA list that could, possibly earn a spot on his team. D-tackle, no receivers. We have a receiver from Baylor. Nate Noel, I think he might make the team.
I saw your text, but give me a second. I'll text you now. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, we ain't really okay. We got Theo Weiss from Missouri. He was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. He might make the team, So we got a lot of big receivers, no speed receivers. No speed. So Mike McDaniel, he's finally coming along, man. Finally making sense, man. I love it. Anthony going crazy in the comments.
Hey, Anthony, don't worry, bro. I'll send you the link. Hey, DG, just send it to me on the phone, and I got him. I hit him up on Twitter.
Yeah, the video is almost done, so I got you, Anthony. The two guys you're not gonna have to worry about handling the NFL line, and because of their size are bigger, and Grant bigger is 345 and Kenny Grant is 335. He's talking about Jonah
Shit.
probably. So yeah, Jonah and Grant, I'm not worried about them against NFL size guys. You know, I feel like they're gonna hold it down in the trenches. Um, Jonah, he gonna be at least an average player on the O line. Kenneth Grant, he gonna be at least an average player on the D line. You know, maybe they could be elite players. Who knows? But I think their floors are exactly what the Dolphins needed in regards to knowing that we have a good player out there. So, what people forget is before his injuries, Quinn Ewers was predicted to be picked in the top 60 over some of the quarterbacks that were drafted before him. You know, but the injuries caused him to fall. I don't know what tape this guy's watching. Quinn wasn't inconsistent. I think it was more of a confidence issue. That's why the inconsistency happens. Because Sarkisian already said at the beginning of the season that he really didn't have faith in Quinn, and he was gonna be putting Manning in throughout the season. Okay, that makes sense. I do remember seeing Arch Manny going, and then Quinn. You know, when one of them wasn't working, they tried the other one, just like what we did with Tua. Who was the other quarterback that was going back and forth? Ryan Fitzpatrick. You don't remember those times?
Hold up. I took a blinker. Hold on, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Tua. Yeah, I remember when they was going back and forth. Brian Flores, he couldn't choose who to put in.
My bad, bro.
Mm-hmm. We got the receiver from Arkansas. Yeah, Andrew Armstrong. No Zeke, the defensive lineman. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I see. But we're going to see what we do with Zeke. Zeke Biggers. I like the name.
It sounds like
which was a brilliant.
It just sounds like a
Go
Jamaican
ahead.
thing, you know? Like big ups, you know?
Yeah, big up. You could call him Big Up Zeke.
Big
Big
ups,
ups.
Signing, in my opinion, scheme fit wise. But Andrew Armstrong, a guy that has 4.5 speed, but catches everything, and wouldn't be surprised if they get to camp and they've got some of these speed guys down the list on their depth chart and say, you know what, Andrew Armstrong was the guy actually, you know, making plays and catching the football in camp. Let's go with him over some of these other speedier players we've targeted in years past. So I think that was a nice pickup. I definitely thought he was draftable on day 3. So for the Dolphins, did the value always necessarily line up with every single pick? And was it this perfect A-plus draft? Not necessarily, but I think from a draft strategy perspective, it's very encouraging to see them go in the right direction here. I think the Dolphins got a lot more physical as a football team, and this is a great draft to kind of lay the groundwork for a 2-year rebuild where I think you get a starting nose tackle, a starting guard, a really useful third defensive tackle, an effective big back, a nice project in Zeke Biggers, a cheap backup quarterback behind your expensive Tua Tagovailoa, like maybe even a wide receiver 3 down the road in undrafted free agency. Just really nice.
Hey, let me ask you a
draft
question.
for the Miami.
You think Tua going to take a pay cut? I have this gut feeling. I don't know why, but I got this gut feeling in the summertime during training camp. It's going to be breaking news somewhere, and they're going to say Tua takes a pay cut. I feel like I feel like if he's really trying to help us win, because what this guy is saying is exactly, he's talking about the future. He's not talking about the present.
Mm-hmm.
So if Tua is trying to help us for the future, I'm just saying that's something I started to realize in that when he said something. But yeah, man, just had to ask.
Most of the time, players are not going to ask to take a pay cut unless they see a situation as to where, you know, they're still going to be playing, but they know if they take a pay cut, this is going to help the team. Yeah, this is going to help the team get to the point as to where they need to get to, you know. So I don't know. It's possible based off, you know, maybe like, to go out there and you see Quinn Ewers balling out.
That's what you know, like he's going to have to be like, yo, I'm going to have to help this team. Not only just that, but financially. I mean, Brady did it, and I'm not saying Tua Brady, but in that aspect, you know.
I mean, if Tua gets designated to the backup role,
yeah,
then yeah, he might be sitting in the corner like, man, I'm a backup quarterback making this much. just like Kirk Cousins is sitting behind Michael Penix, making $27 million next year, just to be a backup quarterback.
That's kind of that's question. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
biggest question.
Miami Dolphins, and I give the Dolphins a B+ for this one. Then we have the New York.
You would give them a B+?
The market is the market.
Yeah.
Hey.
The market's the market. Now the market's gonna be the market if you don't win that starting job. We're gonna treat it that way. We're gonna treat it that way. Let me see. Let me try to send you the link, bro.
Got you. Sash time is over here. We back on the camera. Did I just freeze? Yeah, it probably just froze for like a split second.
All right. We got another draft grade for the Dolphins. We're gonna check this out.
Overall, they come up to give up some compensation to go get the guard out of Arizona. It was Grant to start things off out of Michigan. I can't really feel the pulse on this one. What did you make of the 3 days?
It's a weird draft. I think it's the Miami Dolphins and GM Chris Greer admitting that, like, we're not in a great spot. So they got some future draft capital out of this, but they did go up and trade for Jonah Savinaya. I do think he fits their scheme perfectly, and I love that fit for them. So maybe it costs them a little bit, but for a player like that, I think it's worth it. It's just a Kenneth Grant pick. I think it's a reach. I think it felt like they needed a DT, they needed a nose tackle. You're 13th overall, and they're just like, let's get the best nose tackle, not realizing that they could have waited.
Yeah.
I really think they could have waited as a day 2.
What? How the hell did we reach if we didn't, if we didn't attack the trenches? Fans would be going crazy right now. But I'm just saying, let him cook. Go ahead. That's all I had to say, bro. Hey.
Okay, let me ask you this. So when the Dolphins were on the board, was there somebody better that we could have picked up instead of Kenneth Grant?
All right, let's take a look. Let's see. Who was still on the board? Let's see. Because I know this man I know he not just say that, bro. We reached. Damn.
I mean, Walter Nolan, did you like him?
Yeah, but he wasn't gonna be like top of the fancy names. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'll pass on that one.
I mean, what about Shamar Stewart?
That's a good one. Emeka down there, wide receiver from Ohio State. You know, like I'm not saying in the first round, but in the second round maybe. But we took Jonah, like you said, first round. We did not reach, bro. I don't think we did, man. Look at that, Barron. If we okay, let's say this. We passed on Kenneth Grant, he would have been picked up immediately right afterwards, or maybe 2 spots after, you know? So the fact that he said we reached.
Kenneth Grant, he probably going to the Cardinals or the Falcons if he had fell.
Which one?
Cardinals or the Falcons? Falcons, they got rid of Grady Jarrett.
He was
and
nice,
the Cardinals, he was nice. You know, Cardinals, they would have seen the value. Oh, Kenneth Grant, he's falling. Boom, they would have got him. Maybe the Bengals.
Didn't Javon Hargrave play for the the Eagles, right? And then for the 49ers? I feel like
now he on the Vikings.
He's with the Vikings stacked.
But yeah, I don't know. Shoot, Dolphins could have traded down, but we wasn't gonna get anybody like Kenneth Grant. You know, I feel like he this is the earliest that you should have taken Kenneth Grant.
Oh, how he was like a top 4 best all player in the NFL draft, and that he fell to us, bro. And this guy's saying we reached, man.
Yeah, them way saying we reached. You know, it's not the fancy pick, man. Every time you pick a D tackle, you know, they don't really view it as help unless it's like an old lineman. An old lineman that can help your team, people view that better than a D tackle going first overall. You know, remember the last time we went 13 overall D tackle? Christian Wilkins.
Oh, Lord, dude. Oh, man, look, it's Mr. Park, bro, the homie. Shout out to Mr. Park, man.
Oh, Crazy Dolphin, he in the building. Shout out to Crazy Dolphin.
What's going on, man? Hope you're having a great night, bro. Bro, Mr. Park, let me ask you, bro, what you think about the NFL draft, man? I mean, dude, shoot. I feel like it was a great one. I mean, DG What you think, bro? You think that we are? Oh, what am I tripping on? You already know what time it is. We're cooking right now. But Mr.
Yeah,
Prime,
B plus.
B+,
I give
that's
it B
right.
plus.
I forgot. You gotta cut me some slack. I've been hitting the, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, we don't judge around here. That's one thing we don't judge.
True that.
But yeah, man.
Tyler Warren, man.
Nobody after. Go ahead.
But he said we reached. No, that's all I gotta say. He said we reached. The dude on the video was like, "We reached." Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we reached. There's nobody that really like triggers me to the point where I like, damn, we should have got him with our 13th overall pick that went after. Nobody. I think we did the best thing for the Dolphins. That's what I think.
Man, go back to that video if you could, though, bro. I want to hear what this guy. I mean, this guy right here. He should be the GM. I mean, wow, bro. Wow.
If y'all want to find him, his name is Trevor Sycamore.
Man,
y'all go find him.
Sycamore in Jamaica. Go Sycamore. Go get him. Sycamore, man.
Full of nose tackle prospects, and they had to go one at 13 overall.
Ryan, I don't want to take you off those at the top, but Quinn Ewers is worth a thought here because he was waiting, and eventually it is Miami. He's now in that quarterback room with Tua and Zach Wilson. Is there enough opportunity there for Ewers to justify having come out?
Well, that's a good way to put it because I was thinking about this. As much as we talked about Shedeur Sanders falling to the 5th, if I told you 2 years ago that Quinn Ewers was going to be a 7th-round pick, you would have said, oh, my gosh, what happened? Yeah. Injuries is what happened to him. And I always go back to the Alabama game in 2022 where he outplayed Bryce Young and Will Anderson Jr. and Dallas Turner and won that game. But since then, the injuries concerns have been real. And in a lot of ways, he's similar to Tua in that he can't stay healthy. He throws with anticipation. He has a bigger arm than Tua when he's healthy, but he's rarely been that in recent years. I love this pick for Mike McDaniel. I feel bad for Quinn Ewers, who fell all the way to the 7th round and nearly 25 picks or so from Mr. Irrelevant. I like this draft a little bit more than Mike, though. I gave it an A.
Okay,
Kenneth Grant, middle first round feels about right for me, and I say that as a Steelers fan who wanted him at 21, and he was long gone. Walter Nolan also went before, so I think there were slim pickings at the top 2.5, 3 defensive linemen. So I understand that on some level. The 7-9 pick I love. They need to get better on the interior on both sides. Jordan Phillips is a really good player. Has short arms out of Maryland. He's going to get better. He's still only 20 years old. And the Ali Gordon pick. It doesn't feel like a Mike McDaniel running back because everyone runs 4.2s. Yeah. He's a little slower, but he'll be between the tackle guy who has a little juice in the open field.
I'll say this about Quinn Ewers. I think falling to 7th is probably the best thing that could have happened to him. He was a guy who was 5-star, #1 overall recruit, hyped up forever, and he didn't really improve over the course of his career at Texas. And it wasn't like the book on him was he'd show up in big games, not.
I'm going to go get some water real quickly, bro. I'm going to let him cook. I'm going to get some water. I ain't joking, bro. I have to get some water, bro. I cannot believe it.
Quinn Ewers stats, man. We're going to look that up. We're going to look that up. We're going to look up Quinn Ewers stats at Texas. Oh, this is for National Football League, NCAA. What he did last year, he had 31 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. You know, he never had more than 2 interceptions in a game, so I could deal with that. The games that he had 2 interceptions, he threw for 3 touchdowns. Well, this one, he did bad against Georgia. But I remember this game. Them boys, he got ugly this game. But they played Georgia before already. Every time he played Georgia, he don't really do too well. Every time he played Georgia. You know, he's not a running quarterback. As you can see, the negative yards running. He had negative 82 yards rushing on 57 attempts last year. That's crazy. That just means please don't run. Or he probably taking knees during these games. Taking a lot of knees. That's probably what's happening. Let me see his career stats for Texas. So first, you know, one thing about Quinn Ewers, he was at Ohio State first, but he lost the job to Justin Fields, who is the quarterback for the Jets. His first year at Texas, 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Next year, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. So he improved. That next year after that, 31 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. You know, he kind of died down based off the interceptions, but maybe the interceptions went up because of that injury that he suffered in college.
I just got to say one thing, bro. The fact that every Dolphin fan for years have been constantly telling me, I want a quarterback that can throw 50 yards down the field constantly, not just once a game. That's a quarterback that can do it 6 to 7 times. Just saying. But continue though. That's all I got to say. I know that he ain't the flashiest and all that, but everyone wants the Dan Marino, right? And I'm not saying he's Dan Marino, but damn, bro, he can throw the damn ball. I can't believe that guy in the video. Damn, he must be he probably don't like the Longhorns. I mean, the Longhorns are my second favorite team as well, so I'm playing a homer as well, but it is what it is.
I mean, but based off the stats, does it look like he improved to you each year?
No, he took a decline. Oh, wait. I'm looking opposite. 2022, 2000, 3000, 3000. I mean, he improved with the passing. Touchdowns ratio went up. Interceptions went up as well. So that shows that he'd take risks. You know what I'm saying? Long was 50, 71 there. No, 73, but sacks. Okay, so it looks like he holds the ball a lot as well. 31 sacks he gave up 2024. So he's got to learn how to get the ball out quickly, and Mike McDaniel can teach him that. Obviously, he does it for Tua, so I feel like that's a win-win situation that he can develop on. But, I mean, give him a shot. If he's thrown into the fire due to the fact of Zach Wilson and Tua Tagovailoa getting injured, whatever the case may be, and you see this guy, and he throws it 6 times down the field, 50 yards, and people sit there and be like, yo, what was that?
Yeah.
Hey,
Tua out of as soon as you throw a bomb 60, 70 yards to Tyreek Hill, Tua, your time's up.
Imagine Quinn doing it to Tyreek. Tyreek's gonna love him. But the thing with Quinn is he's very, very bad in throwing it between like the 15 to 20 to 25 yards in the middle and stuff. He ain't that great in that. So he's got to work on that as well.
You know, you just gotta trust your coaching to fix him up. You know, to see what could happen. Billy, he said he wants me to look up Brady college stats. I'll look that up real quick.
Brady, man, that's gonna be painful for Dolphin fans to watch.
Tom Brady stats, ESPN.
I mean, Michigan. All right, let's find out right now.
He had 212 interceptions.
Didn't he lose in the national championship game or something like that?
I don't know. I didn't really keep up with him at Michigan. I don't even think he was a starter at Michigan.
Was Brady ever a national championship winner for the NCAA?
I doubt it.
Okay, so it says Tom Brady won the NCAA championship as a backup quarterback for Michigan Wolverines in 1997.
Man, that boy old. I did not know Brady was that old, man.
I mean, man, father of time, but he takes good care of his health too, so that's why.
That's who all quarterbacks could learn from. So that's why it's such a good thing that the Raiders, they got Tom Brady in the building to show them how it's done, how to actually be Super Bowl champ.
Mr. Park said A-. I like it. That's strong. What was yours? Yours was like what? A B or
B plus.
B plus. So you and Mr. Park are close.
Shoot, hey Billy, I can't find these stats, man. Tom Brady's too old.
Hold on, hold on. Tom Brady stats in Michigan throughout his careers. Tom Brady college football stats. Give me a second. I mean, you could play the video if you want, I mean, it's up to you. That guy, I mean, at the end is wow, amazing. Okay, I got it. Hold on. Year 1996. 2 games. Are you good, bro? 2 games, and that's about it. 1997, 4 games. 1998, 12 games. So in his 12 games, he had 2,427 passing yards. 2,000, and then 1999, he had 2,217 passing yards, a total of 4,773 in his total career with Michigan Wolverines. And his touchdown ratios were not the best at all. He had 14 of 10 his first year, 16
Wow.
for 6 in 1999. And that's it. So his total was 30 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, and his QBR rating in total was actually 134.9, which is actually really good. But everything else doesn't really flash to you. So now Quinn.
But it's like Tom Brady throws the metrics of what to look for in a quarterback away. You know, what we all covet for a quarterback to be, Tom Brady is not that. But he still found a way to be the best quarterback of all
You
time.
try to get to him, and he's just like Jason Taylor. The only two Dolphin players, let's be honest. The only team he would struggle against was the Miami Dolphins in Hard Rock Stadium. Jason Taylor and Cameron Wake were the only two players I've ever seen in my life that can actually wreak havoc on Tom Brady. So if there's any Patriot fans listening or whatever, bro, you know those were the two nightmares for you guys. Just saying.
We got two of them coming up, man. Chop and Kamara. You know, they're a little bit on the smaller side, but we're going to get them right.
Taylor sign autograph. Man.
I think this is a little bit of the NFL saying, hey, you got to lock in. If you're not, on your P's and Q's, you aren't making it in this league. So I think this could light a fire in Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, you can't buy opportunity. He has opportunity now in Miami. I believe it was an $8 million NIL deal out in front of him at the collegiate level. He will make somewhere in around $4 million over the next 4 seasons.
He had
in his
$8 million
draft pick in the 7th. Let's take a look at the Buffalo Bills because it's let's go Buffalo. And
he had $8 million in his college career. Nah, that's crazy, bro. That shows you that he's a winner because if you're getting paid that top dollar, bro.
What you say? You getting paid $8 million?
Like
you talking
Quinn?
about,
I thought he's for college
Tom?
for Quinn.
Oh yeah, Quinn, bro. He was getting that NIL each year, so it's gonna add up.
I'm telling you, if he gets a start, I'ma love it. I might just buy a jersey straight up. I haven't bought a jersey since I had Ted Ginn Jr. The only one I rock is Dan Marino because that's the safest one. I'm bad.
I'm gonna see Dan Marino one of these days.
Every time I get a jersey, they either get traded or they just don't pan out. So basically, it's like a curse every time I wear it. So I can't.
Please don't send me that to a jersey.
Thank God. I was going 2 years ago too.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Oh man. Shout out to Crazy Dolphin. He did mention the thing about Des Bryant and Quinn Ewers. It seems like he's very high on Quinn Ewers working in that Mike McDaniel scheme. He sees the fast release on film. He sees everything that could be done with Quinn Ewers. So we're gonna see, man. I think we got the right one, I guess. I think so. Here's what he said. Please watch this and think about how the Dolphins run their offense. Quinn is the guy.
He is, I'm telling you.
He's confident.
It's gonna be nasty.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and this is what you just read. It said Quinn Ewers turned down $8 million deal offer to transfer his decided to clear for 2025 NFL draft.
And he was on the cover as well of NCAA, the game that just came out, like literally, like people waited 10 years straight or 11 years, whatever. Man's on the cover, just saying.
Hey, I'm taking that $8 million. I'm sorry, dog.
And how much is he making in the NFL? I don't even know. Hold on.
He making less since he got picked in the 7th round. He making less than $1 million.
Hey, he's probably a rookie. I probably won't even get it, to be honest with you. They haven't given it to us yet. CMLS employment. No, that's never mind.
No way he making $1 million.
He probably like what 400, something like that.
Probably around that. Okay, I really do think viewers can run Mike McDaniel's offense better than Tua. Wow. That's what Des Bryant said. He's throwing shots at Tua. He don't like Tua at all.
Damn.
Des Bryant, the CEO the CFO of Wolfpack.
See, nah, you gotta give it to CB83. He right there. He got it.
Nah, CB, he the commander in chief
True
of the
that.
Wolfpack.
Shoot,
Commander in chief,
Bro.
the founder.
y'all make the Wolfpack t-shirt. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And look, this is what Des Bryant said. Maybe he's taking it too far, man.
He just trolling. He's like,
I like Quinn Ewers over Tua already. He's
that's
Dan Marino
kind of
2.0.
that's
Yes.
I did say he can throw for 50 yards 6 to 7 times a game, and Dolphin fans have been waiting for another Dan Marino-esque. Well.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't this about a
Mm-hmm.
bitch?
But I'm not saying Des Bryant a
Nah,
GM.
he just trolling like
know.
Antonio Brown, dog. He just saying.
But out of all the draft picks, he came out and stood solid on that one. Like, yeah, Quinn Ewers, he about to make something happen over there with the Dolphins. You wouldn't do that if you knew that the team had their franchise quarterback, which everybody is saying Tua is. But you see the way all these media platforms talk about the Miami Dolphins and the team as if we don't have a quarterback. Look, you see how they go down the list of teams who needed quarterback every time. I don't know, me personally, every time the Dolphins were on the board to pick and Shedeur Sanders was still on the board, I'm like, we're not confident with our quarterback, so it would make sense for us to go with quarterback. But we ended up going later and we got Quinn Ewers. So it all worked out in our favor. Somebody that was projected to be a first-round pick last year. And we got him in the 7th round, man. So you can't hate on that pick. No matter the injury history, no matter nothing. You cannot hate on that pick,
That's
man.
crazy, though.
Mm-hmm. What do I have next for y'all?
Let's see.
Just hold on real quick. All right.
True that, Anthony. True that. That is true.
Yeah. DG, Iceman, and the comparison I have with Quinn are Phillip Rivers or Tony Romo. That's high praise. He's making $500,000. He could have been making $8 million a year wherever he was going to go to. I heard he was about to go to North Carolina with Bill Belichick. That's what I heard. But he decided to go to the NFL. It's funny, a lot of these media platforms attack the Dolphins for not drafting him when other teams didn't. I blame his dad for that. He gave him bad advice telling him not to get an agent. Hey, we're going to go over that soon. We got Charleston White coming up. So you got Charleston White coming up. That's going to be funny.
Chop got the braids. He ready.
You think this means that he gonna get double-digit sacks this year? We gonna see, man. We gonna see. He look like he got a little bit more bulkier, a little bit. He look like he a good 250, close to 260. Good bend around the edge. Look quick and smooth out there. He look healthy.
I think they have a Bradley Chubb one as well. I know he just got married.
Bradley Chubb. I probably got to go on to Instagram. I'm not trying to bash Bradley Chubb, but a lot of guys they wait until they're at their lowest to find commitment. Bradley Chubb, he was going through the leg, like he can't even walk on that leg, man. So she was probably holding it down while he was struggling, doing everything that she could for him. and she seen that she was a rider, then boom, locked it down. Locked it down.
You ain't gonna tie me down. Why you wanna roll?
Happy birthday to Artie Burns.
You win. But damn.
I'm trying to see the other videos that they had. They didn't have nothing. I probably gotta go to the tagged.
There's some highlights there. They posted today.
Nothing. I did have some of them bookmarked on my end.
I think
I'll show you it.
it mostly has more Dolphins.
All right, we're gonna go over this first. This is Dan Marino back in the old days.
Because I'm coming to
Watch this.
Your initial reaction when you were chosen by the Dolphins?
Well, I was very happy, and I was opportunity to come down to Miami, and I think that I made out very well in the whole situation because I'm coming to a great city and a great football team that has a winning tradition.
Number 27, though, Dan, did you think it would take that long for you to get drafted?
It really didn't matter to me, really. I think that now that I'm very happy by the fact that I did wait around, I'm going to have an opportunity to play with the Dolphins.
That's how we gonna need Quinn Ewers to be.
I love what I'm hearing right now.
That's how we gonna need Quinn Ewers to be. If a legend like this is saying that he didn't really care about where he got drafted, you should have no right to be mad about being picked in the
No matter what
round.
round you picked on, is how you utilize that and how much you want to ball. Shoot, come on, Quinn.
Not since 1967 have the Dolphins used their first-round pick on a quarterback. But when one comes as highly touted as Dan Marino of Pittsburgh, you just don't pass up the opportunity. This kid was the nation's leading passer back in '81, and as the pro scouts love to put it, he's got all the tools. But Dan Marino...
Wait, but what's up with their pants, man?
That part.
Oh, hell nah. Like, what's going on right here, man? What is going on? This is how old linemen look back in the day?
Zesty.
Bro, I would have been a Hall of Famer. Back in the day, I would have been a Hall of Famer.
But
bro, you wearing no tidy whities? Come on, man. Ridiculous, man. Dan, I was expecting better from you, bro. No way you have your pants all the way up by your groin.
The tools. But Dan Marino is also smart enough to realize, at least for now, it's back to school to learn Dolphins football Don Shula style.
I'm going to have to study some things tonight and within the next couple of weeks and try to learn a little bit. But it was fun out there throwing the ball around a little bit.
Is it like starting over, Dan?
Yeah, sort of. You have to go in with the same attitude that you're starting over because it's similar to going into college. You know, it's a new atmosphere for you. You're meeting new people, and you have to look at it in a positive aspect because you're going to have to work hard and gain the respect of other people and show them that you're willing to work hard.
The schooling will continue tomorrow with another workout scheduled for Saturday. I'm Terry Chick.
You know, Tua don't talk
Sports.
like that, right? That's crazy. Tua never says stuff like that. I'm being for real. We all listen to his post-game stuff after the games because we all want to hear what he has to say. I've never heard in my life Tua actually sit there and be like, "What down, bro?" Those words, I've never heard those words from Tua.
Never.
It's all about complaining.
Never, but that's what separates.
Complain.
Yeah, I mean, you know, based off their career so far, do you see Tua being a Super Bowl quarterback? No, not Super Bowl. I say
Charlotte.
Even Super
No,
Bowl
I know
or
what
Hall
you
of
mean.
Fame.
Like talking about like at the end of the year, like his career, all said and done.
Yeah, like even on Dan Marino's 5th year, we all had the opinion of him being the franchise quarterback. We all knew it at that point. Tua, we're still on the odds about it. You know, low key on his 5th year, we low key could have said that Dan Marino. We knew that he was going to be a Hall of Fame player. You know, he was doing like he was Patrick Mahomes back in the day. You know, but he just didn't have the rings for it. So it was just, yeah, man, we wasted his time here. I don't know if we're ever going to find a quarterback of this stature
Barry
ever
Sanders.
again.
You tried getting him Barry. I remember that too. But again, NFL films, they showed Barry getting traded. He wanted to ask for a trade with the Lions. They said no. And that's when he retired. That's how the NFL films goes. I was like, damn, Barry, you wanted to go to Miami. He really did. He really wanted to. They declined that. The Ford family, that's why the Ford family is something else, man. Shoot.
Man, they really passed up on Barry Sanders. Hey, if you see me in Miami, you know where I'm at. I'm going to be in the facility talking to some people.
Your initial reaction when you were chosen by the Dolphins?
Well, I was very happy.
I was very happy. Let me see what Anthony said. People blew. Okay, I think we read that one. They're wearing the short shorts in practice like the NBA players used to wear in the actual games. Oh yeah, you're right. Jalen Wright off-season training is harsh. I don't know if that's going to help him against Ollie Gordon. You know, with the way Ollie Gordon taught and the way that Jalen Wright talk, I have more confidence in Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon said, "If you see me out there, it's 1-on-1. You're gonna run the fade." You know, Jalen Wright. I know he's a tough player, but I just never seen that out of Jalen Wright in regards to him being a guy who could run through a wall for you. You know, so Ollie Gordon, he just showing me by the words that he said in his press conference, but we really want to see it out there on the field if he could really perform and be out Jalen Wright. You know, an SEC running back for Tennessee, Ollie Gordon, a running back for Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State known for producing running backs. Tennessee, not really. You know, Alvin Kamara, they kind of made him. Other than that, I can't really think of no other running backs that Tennessee made. So, based off odds, it seems like Ollie Gordon is going to be the better running back compared to Jalen Wright. You know, based off the schools that they come out of. You know, what they did in their careers. Jalen Wright never put up the stats that Ollie Gordon did in college. Never did. And I think Jalen Wright was splitting carries throughout his whole year. All of his years in college, he was splitting carries. That's what I think. So, Marino Super Bowl destiny was with Pittsburgh. Maybe the Steelers. Yeah, probably the Steelers. You know, he was at Pitt, the Panthers, and then he got drafted by the Dolphins. Marino was a commander on the field and did not play. No softness. And, you know, unlike somebody.
Hey, look, let's be real. I hope Ollie Gordon and I hope Quinn Ewers become those dudes, bro. That'd be insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if you add those two, you kind of like really solidifying. You know, another offense that could be open for the Miami Dolphins. You can see
Malik too. That's all I got to say, bro. Malik. Don't forget about Malik Washington. If he could step up as well with Taj Washington, wow.
Yeah, we don't have a bad squad. Let me look at the
to me, it's all cheap. Like, I love it. I'm cheap, so like if I was the GM, instead of spending all this money and stuff, now you got rookie contracts. That's all I got.
Yeah, I love rookie contracts, but until you gotta pay them, that's when I'm like,
That's true.
I don't know because now we drafted 3D tackles in this draft class. One's gonna go, and then we gotta pay the other two over 20 mil
that's
each.
Expensive.
Very expensive. But let's look at the depth chart. We got Zach. Zach Wilson.
Jim
I don't know
Carrey,
why they got
what
him
the fuck?
as a picture.
Yo, and then and then look at Quinn. They got a mullet on him as well, or whatever that is. And they got Jim Carrey. The hell? That looks like Bruce Almighty from the movie. I don't know. He looking up in the sky. Oh, nah. You know what it is? It could be the Truman Show as well.
Yeah, true. I mean, Quinn, he used to have that hair.
Crazy.
back in high school. You know, this is not Quinn. He not that quarterback that doesn't seem like he gonna fit in Miami, but he probably will fit in Miami because he's not gonna be into everything that people do
I
in
see what you're
Miami.
saying. Yeah.
You know, he's not gonna be at the club. He's not gonna be this. He probably gonna be out there fishing or something. You know, he's not gonna be out there going like this, like
There's
Shedeur.
gonna be
Go like this with the
Hey,
wrist.
he's a rapper too. He can rap too. I heard oh, excuse.
Quinn
Shedeur-
Ewers can
Shedeur
rap?
Sanders he's got a song.
Oh
out.
yeah,
Quinn, hey,
yeah, Shedeur. Yeah, Quinn. If he rap, I'll be shocked. But you know, he's in a fraternity, so he might be into that. Who knows? A running back. You know, you got Ollie Gordon, Alexander Madison, Jalen Wright, Devon A-Chain. You know, I don't know. I do not know. You got 3 guys with dreads, 1 guy with waves. What does that mean? You know? Shout out to that boy Billy. He said the mullet dudes be raw.
hey,
They be
as long as
dogs.
Quinn can be a winner, shoot, I'll take whatever.
Mm-hmm. You know, the dudes with the dreads, they be
Hey,
good too.
wait, where the hell
You
is
know?
what's his name on the depth chart for the running back? Devon, Jalen, Alexander, and isn't there another one? Yeah, Ollie Gordon. Okay, there he is down there. My bad.
Yeah, he right there. Down there. I got a video to show you Devon A-Chain, man. You gotta let me know.
I think I
You gotta let
know.
me know.
Shoot,
Hold on. Hold on, I got
people
you.
gonna love this one.
So this is a video of Devon A-Chain partying, throwing money, throwing ones.
Oh, he throwing.
Haven't seen one workout video. Hey, I need
And Ollie
receipts,
Gordon.
man. Before you out here doing this, I need receipts. I need them.
I'm telling you.
I'm sorry. I don't know how you feel, Iceman, but I need
Sure.
receipts
I
personally.
like Ollie Gordon. I feel like if he putting in the work and he out there right now and he's just partying it up, people would saying the same thing with Tua when he was partying it up. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Look, don't get me wrong. I love that you enjoying your time. You doing your thing. You know you with your girl. You know y'all in the club. Y'all lit. You know, but I just need at least one receipt, man. One receipt. You think Quinn Ewers
he win
doing
the
this?
Super Bowl.
Yeah, like probably when we win the Super Bowl, but not just for no random reason. You know, like we didn't do nothing this year to deserve.
Partying like you should be
partying
putting
like
in the
this.
work. Like Jalen Hurts, I don't think Jalen Hurts has made a post of that yet. I think he's made a post of him putting in the work already on the field right after winning Super Bowl.
Exactly.
You know, that's crazy. And plus he got that new commercial, so hey, he might get 6 rings, like he said. If he gets 6, bro, there's a video I gotta send to you, bro. It's crazy. He said he wants to be the Michael Jordan when he's done. He's already got 2 appearances, and he's already got 1.
Shoot, he gonna need Howie Roseman help to do that. He can't do it all by himself.
Crazy, bro. I mean, damn.
Mm-hmm. If they keep on stacking it, they could do it. If they keep on, but if they have any issues with drafting and getting the wrong players, then it could like put a hold to everything.
I hope it's us, man. I want us to find out our Michael Jordan. God.
We know that's not Tua. See that boy? He flexing straight hundreds. You know, this is a high indication that you got a lot of money.
Rookie contract.
That rookie contract money right there. Hey, if you're gonna be using it for these reasons, give us this money so we could take it out of the cap space, so we can get more linemen to block for you. Come on, man. Man, that section deep. You see how much girls are in that section?
Yeah, he's about a pum pum flex everywhere, man.
Golly. I bet he won't throw the hundreds. I bet he won't throw it.
No, he won't. He'll keep it very close at hand. Shit.
Bro, something dangerous.
Where's his bodyguards? If you having hundreds in your hand, don't you think that there's gonna be a bodyguard there?
You know, some NFL players feel comfortable with just their homeboys around them.
Oh, they probably Say less. I got it.
You know, when you're out and you with your homeboys.
Yeah, you feel safe. You chilling. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Chilling.
Yep.
You know, unless you like. I feel like if you're Patrick Mahomes, no matter who you with, you're gonna need a bodyguard.
Oh, Patrick is just he's the face of the NFL.
Mm-hmm. A-Chain, you know, you wouldn't know him unless you're a Dolphin fan or you're a football fan.
I probably, no disrespect, bro, I probably would pass him if I wouldn't even notice, to be real. That's how he's not that much famous. I'm not trying to take shots. I'm just, hey, look, you don't see his face on NFL commercials that much.
I mean, how tall are you, Ice?
Shit, I'm 5'6", man. You put me on the spot. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit.
My bad. I ain't too.
You straight, man. Shit.
I mean, I thought, how tall is Devon A-Chain? I thought you was taller than Devon A-Chain. Or are you the same height?
Let me take a guess. How tall is Devon A-Chain? Because I was a nickel corner.
Okay.
Yeah, so he 5'9", and they say in a couple of inches. So he's like 3 inches taller.
Oh, wow, okay. Okay, I mean, Ice, I swear.
Okay, dude, hey, trust me, dog. Trust me, straight chilling. You should hear my.
I just thought, man. I just thought you were taller. Ain't no way. Devon A-Chain's like, no. If you on Madden, you gotta put Devon A-Chain at the lowest height that you could put him. That's how you gonna make Devon A-Chain. But
shit,
you know,
you good, bro. Trust, don't sweat. Mm-hmm.
And she got that bottle in her hand.
He probably paid for it too.
How much you think those bottles are going for in the club?
1,000 for sure. At least 1,000. With the bread that he's holding in his pockets, man.
Mm-hmm.
And all them pum pum flexes out there, man. He just having the time of his life.
Bro, there's at least 5 girls looking at him right now.
Has he made at least a post about him training or no?
And I haven't seen nothing yet.
That's crazy. And he not at OTA. Oh, well, it's not OTAs, but it's just like them conditioning. Has he attended that or no?
Yeah, we seen him throwing the ball.
That's right. That's right. Tripping.
Yeah, we seen.
There it is. Fans love that one. That throw from Tua for sure.
Straight from the club, straight to the practice field.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing each year. I'm just tired, man.
Hey, Antonio Brown said it. And Chad, they said it, bro. Miami's a party city.
Miami's a party city. Miami's a place where you come to party
and retire.
They don't take football serious over here, so you can't bring guys here who are coming here for the culture. You know, you gotta bring guys here who priorities are different. Like the club is not their priority.
No.
You know, they'd rather be with their family. You know, I don't mind hunters or fishers. You know, at least you're not out here, causing harm to actual people. You know, so I could deal with that.
Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm. Tyreek Hill, that's a whole different story right there. A whole different story. But this is what a guy said. Not a good look for a top 5 fantasy football running back. Do not draft him. Devon A-Chain goes off chain in a video he posted on Instagram. Not sure where this is or if it's a strip bar. But you don't see top running backs like Saquon and Derrick Henry acting like this. Where focus goes, energy flows. A-Chain does not look focused.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man. He brought up a good point with Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry. But even though those two running backs are nothing like Devon A-Chain, it's just the fact of you see the two best running backs in the league not doing what you're doing, but you haven't lived up to their potential and what they did. Saquon Barkley almost got he did get over 2,000 yards last year. Derrick Henry, he definitely is a Hall of Famer. Devon A-Chain, we know he's a good running back for the Dolphins, but he hasn't established his career yet as a Hall of Famer. We're hoping that happens. Like I said, I'm not really worried about this video, especially with Devon A-Chain. He showed us what he could do on the field. So I don't really care about him partying, but whenever a player's partying and not working out and I haven't seen a workout video, I start getting nervous. On top of that, this is a hot seat year for a lot of people in the building. Mike McDaniel, Chris Greer. So you want to make sure everybody's on point in regards to what needs to be done. You know what I'm trying to say?
I feel you. Hey, look, you got someone in the chat trolling. He's like, it's the off-season dummies. Look, the fact that DG's trying to get to it and say like this right here has been the distraction for 25 plus years. This is the Miami culture. If you're asking yourself, G, whatever you say your name is, the fact that you come in here and you say that, whatever, cool. The fact is that's the Miami Dolphins identity. Going to parties, getting hella paychecks, and not living up on Sundays and just taking a back seat and not helping the team win on Sunday givens. That's why. We don't have those players that are willing to sacrifice and actually post videos and try to let us know, hey, we're trying to put in the work in so you guys have a great season this upcoming year, instead of going at it and saying, oh, we're at 7 wins this year. Oh, we're at 2 wins this year. Because you have players that mentality that actually don't want to help your team and ours win. So the fact that if you want to keep players like that, that's fine by me. We're going to keep on sucking. The fact that we got Ollie Gordon and he's already putting in work, that's the difference. So there you go. It's two of the kind. Now, A-Chain, yes, he could play ball as well. There's no question about that. There's no question. Can he stay healthy? We're about to find out. If you can have him and Ollie Gordon at a two-headed monster, and then like DG said earlier, Jalen Wright, you have 3 running backs that can actually be doable for this offense to help whoever the quarterback is. So you change that winning culture into having those players out there always working their asses off instead of this right here. Unless you want to deal with another 25, unless you got another 25 years, which in total that's going to be 50 years of sucking.
Of being mediocre.
And being mediocre at best. Yeah, 7 to 8 to 9 wins. Trying to get just enough to get to the wild card spot, but a team knocks you off in the middle of, at the end of the NFL season as a heartbreak. I mean, you want that for 25 years? Hey, okay, we'll keep these types of players. Give me players that are cancer room, locker room players. Okay.
All right. So here's the thing. Let me emphasize on what this means right here. So, like I said, I'm not taking this to heart. We're allowed to talk about anything that does show up on social media, and we're already seeing that Devon A-Chain is enjoying his time this off season. But has there been any success as of late that could render him having the time of his life, at the club? Everybody's human. Everybody needs to enjoy their time, but at the same time, I would rather see us win a playoff game first before I see this, because we see all the other teams that take everything serious not doing this as much. Buffalo Bills, we know they're not doing this because there's no clubs over there. There's nothing to do over there. So all they could do is work over there. That's why they're beating us consistently each year. But it seems
DG, to be honest with you, bro, let's just take that off, because the fact that this guy is ignorant as hell, you just coming in here saying dumb shit like that, it shows that you're ignorant. First off, you don't want to be well educated, and the fact that you probably are stupid as hell in real life and no IQ. So it is what it is. I'll say like it is. I don't really give a damn. I have nothing to lose. So at this point, bro, you the dumbass that's watching me and DG talk out shit while you just there with a dick in your hand and just watching. So keep it pushing, bro. It is what it is, bro. I'll just say like it is, bro. We got baby back bitches. We got that. So it is what it is, man. You watching us, so you helping us with the algorithm. So, but we the dumb ones because you watching us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, don't take whatever we say to heart. man, is like I was saying, is one video. You know, I'm not saying like Devon A-Chain he gonna be bad. Y'all acting like I'm saying that. I'm just saying though, I'm seeing this video. I'm analyzing it. That's it. Talking about the bottle, how much that's gonna cost. You know, so.
Hey, you might have a different opinion, but the fact that you want to be disrespectful in the chat, I'm gonna give it right back. I have not, like I said, I have nothing to lose. I'm a walking demon. I got you. What up?
Yeah. So yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, if you got your own opinion, I have a different opinion, but you don't have to call somebody dumb about their opinion. You know, your opinion. I didn't say it was dumb.
No, he got it. He got it. He said we dumb. I guess we the dumb ones because we the ones entertaining you. So you're welcome. Thank you for helping us in the algorithm, though, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not mad, but like I'm saying, you know, Devon A-Chain, we know he's gonna be a good player next year. That's for certain. That's for certain. But we just watching this video, we analyzing it. That's it. Don't take it too far. I know it's just the off season, but when we do bad, if we do bad this year, we're gonna go back to this video and be like we weren't taking it serious. You know, just like in real life, if I was working towards something, if I was working towards a goal, you know, I would have been working 2 times a day, probably, you know, 3 times a day. You wouldn't see me out there doing a goal.
If I was in the NFL, I'll be doing what Jalen Hurts is doing. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I would not sleep. I'm getting paid millions of top dollars to do the sport, to play the game I love every single day. And I get it. I understand what he's saying, that he has a life to live. We all know that. But the fact is the Dolphins culture is that for 25 years.
Yeah, man. You know, you can't settle.
7 wins, baby. Let's get it. Everyone wants 7 to 8 wins to big. Yep.
I thought A-Chain was bigger than this, you know, but like Billy, like I said, like this, we in Miami. There's a club on every corner. You know, we're not at a advantage, like at that state in regards to you could keep on not partying, but you still gotta make sure that you getting better at the same time. You know, especially with our city, you know, there's a lot of distractions, so you really gotta focus in on, you know, what the goal is, especially in Miami. You know, like I could go to Kansas City right now and I could lock in about football 24/7. I'm not even worried about no females, no nothing. I'm not worried about no clubs, no nothing. So, like I said, I'm not nothing against this. This is Devon A-Chain, so yeah, I don't really care. But if this was like a sorry player that hasn't proven anything to me yet, maybe I'll be acting a little bit different. You know. All right. Let me just play this one more time, man. They got about like 50 of them in this section.
Yo. Dog.
And like I'm saying, man, I don't judge. I don't judge, man. I've been in some instances as to where I'm doing this in the club too.
I appreciate
you know,
that.
I live this lifestyle for real.
Shout out to Mr. Park for what he said in the chat, man. Shout out to that, bro, man.
Hey, shout out to Crazy Dolphin, man. Crazy Dolphin.
That's real, dog.
He said, "Listen, Tua is your daddy."
That's a Tua sexual. That's a Tua sexual. Right there.
Oh man, Tua near.
Yeah,
oh,
that's Tua near. Yep.
I knew it.
Like the homie Pete says, bro. Tua near right here, down below, bro.
Wow, man. Hey, this is a Wolfpack stream, man. I'm sorry.
That's facts. That's facts.
A Wolfpack meeting right here.
Hey,
for real, man.
And ain't no one mad. What you talking about, Willis? Man said, "Oh, we're mad. It's so mad." But what you talking about, dog? If I was mad, you would actually know if I was mad. Sure.
You see, I'm not gonna get too deep into this because weed is legal now.
Oh, not in Florida, sadly.
It's not in Florida, but
Not
in
yet.
NFL, like they're not testing you for weed in the NFL no more.
Or they got those you know what? Let me not say it. They got pills and stuff. They can get away with it.
Yeah, they can. Let's go to Devon A. Chain. I just wanted to check that out real quick with you. See your opinion on that. But I do got this question for you guys.
Yo.
If you could pick one player on our team currently to stay with the team for the remainder of their career, who would it be?
Waddle.
Waddle?
Quickly. You know how Tyreek is. And then Tua, yo. Like, nah. It's Waddle all day.
You got to give me an explanation why you chose Waddle.
I think it's because I like his speed. I know like last year wasn't what he needed to be and the injuries and all that, but let me take a guess. Yours is Tyreek. It's gotta be. It ain't Tua. I know that. Tua is not the hey.
I wasn't even thinking about Tua with this one. But I'd say, it's all about longevity. Who's young, who got a lot of upside. So you saying Waddle, that makes sense.
Plus, he's a fan favorite. A lot of people love him.
Fan favorite, yeah.
That dance that he has, a lot of people can just, it can lift up the team. I really don't see Tyreek Hill. Quick pass, you know how it goes with him though. If he can stay, I don't know if he's gonna stay though. I don't know. Chris Greer be capping. He said, "Hey, we're gonna keep him unless a team calls." And we're about to find out.
I mean, me, I was thinking Jordan Brooks.
Oh, I thought you were talking about just in the picture. Oh, you meant in general?
Yeah, in general on the team.
Oh, I thought it was just a picture, bro. Nah, then I take it back. I know who I'm keeping at first hand, bro.
Who would it be? There's not a lot of guys in our team that you would keep for the rest of their careers. When you really think about it, Tyreek Hill, he on the older side. So what you're okay with 1 year of Tyreek compared to 10 years of Waddle?
I'd rather have Zach Zealer. I feel like Zach Zealer is a guy I could build my defense around. Straight up, Zach Zealer. I love Zach Zealer, bro. Like, I'm not really invested like that, but if I would have to keep it one player on the whole squad, yeah, Zach, bro. Defense wins championships. That guy's special.
How old is Zach Zealer?
I have no clue. Let me do that in a second.
Yeah.
How old is Zach Zealer, NFL?
If he's over 30, I can't do it.
Men's basketball. What the fuck? Show me men's basketball.
No.
The hell?
Oh, there's another guy. I think there's another guy caught with the same name in basketball.
Shoot. Hold on. How old? Okay, so he's 29. He's just 29. So Zach Zealer is 29.
Okay.
Born September 7th. Okay, so there is. How many years have we had him though? Let me see.
29, a little bit too
up there.
Too up there, close to my age too.
Then I'm gonna just say Quinn Ewers. Then no, you might as well. I'm gonna say
Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, might as well, bro. I'm gonna just wing
without even seeing him play.
Without seeing him play, bro. I'm gonna throw him in the fire and let's see what I got, man. If it's not, then I get Archie Manning the following year. Even if it's a really bad season that everyone's saying that. I mean, can you blame them? What we got is not that much. I guess the defense is stacked. In my opinion, I feel like our defense is really disgusting, though. I feel like that can actually help us.
I mean, since you're going rookies, then I'll say Jonah.
Okay, go trenches. I see you.
Trenches. Okay. I think Jonah going to be on the Dolphins for the next 10 to 12 years.
If we can re-sign him, that would be nice too. You know how it is. Hell, even what's it called? Robert
But you got,
Hunt.
but
Yeah.
based off the past, you remember it's hard for the Dolphins to keep our homegrown players.
True. Hey, Mr. Park, since he's here as well, you know how it goes as well for him. He even says that all the time that we can never seem to keep our own, and that is true to that right there. So we groom them up and then we ship them off to other teams, or we trade them and they become great players for other teams. If we can keep them, that'll be amazing. That's another winning identity for that culture.
But I feel like if we go to it, let's say if things don't work out this year, we go to a different regime. I think that regime will instill the part of the culture as to where they're keeping their homegrown players on the team. So for sure, we will re-sign Kenneth Grant. For sure, we will re-sign Jonah. All the other guys I can't really pinpoint, because I think with those two, those are for sure guys that I think could be here past 4 years. Everybody else is questionable. Even with Ollie Gordon, even though he's a steal, he could be gone after 4 years. Running backs, teams don't value them that much unless you're like a Saquon, a Derrick Henry. If you're not that, then the team's going to be willing to let you go just to get a cheaper guy.
Yep.
So
look at that. Mr. Park is right with it, man. You draft a quarterback until you get a hit. Every single year. Even if we throw in Quinn, right? And he doesn't pan out, you draft another one next year, and then another one, and another. And even if you find a starter and an elite player, you still do it again all over again as a backup constantly. That right there is what I agree with Mr. Park. That the Patriots, the Eagles, the list of those teams, they constantly do that, bro. And the Packers and all the great team organizations. That's what we should be doing, bro. I mean, I'm glad we drafted a quarterback, to be honest.
But we
shocked.
The crazy thing is,
the
year that we drafted Skylar Thompson,
the greatest backup quarterback in NFL history, right?
He went higher on draft boards that year compared to Quinn Ewers. And Quinn Ewers is better than Skylar.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? If Quinn plays, I'll leave it. You know what? I ain't gonna say anything. I ain't gonna say it, bro. Y'all gonna find out. You're gonna be like, damn, dude, this guy's. You know what? Be quiet. I'm gonna just be quiet.
But at the same time, it's crazy that you chose Quinn Ewers, but he hasn't shown us anything. Like I said, Jonah just because you said Quinn, but in general, I was just thinking Jordan Brooks or Waddle, maybe even A-Chain. I wouldn't mind A-Chain being here long term.
You went youth with me. I feel that. I like that for the future.
Youth for the future.
I mean,
if you think about right now, be honest. Like I don't think Tyreek Hill is going to have his best year as a Dolphin. We know that for a fact.
I mean, he said in social media that he's going to have his best season he's ever had this upcoming year, but he be capping a lot too. Last year he said we were going to win the Super Bowl. So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. But this year I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to have a good year, but is one good year of Tyreek worth 5 good years out of somebody else?
Billy Batson crazy. Go ahead.
Tua has a 7th round QB. Funny dog. But yeah, man. I just feel like those are my guys: Jordan Brooks, Devon A-Chain, and Waddle. Those are my 3 guys that I would keep here for the rest of their careers.
I like it.
All right.
Notice no Tua.
No Tua. I can't put Tua. We don't know what Tua might be retired.
Sure. I mean, I really hope he proves all of us, to the point that he can ball out this year, but at what cost, We're going to be talking about the what if every single year with him on how he can stay healthy. That part is not fair to the Dolphin fans, if you ask me. It really is not. That's not a nice luxury to have hanging over your head, but we're going to find out again. Crazy.
It was definitely.
What is this? Miami's offensive line average related. Okay, I see.
Yeah. Before I get into that, Crazy Dolphin said we did not utilize Skylar Thompson and Tyler Huntley well, but they weren't as highly ranked as
draft prospects. Oh, you mean like top elite players? Things of that
they're
nature?
not. Yeah, they're not as high as Quinn Ewers was. Quinn Ewers was the number one player in all of the nation. Number one, 100, 5-star, perfect, damn near perfect. And he went all the way in the 7th round.
It's crazy.
Cam Ward had 0 offers coming out of high school.
We had 0 playoff appearance as well, but go ahead.
And look where he at now, the number 1 overall pick over Quinn Ewers. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the quarterback spot is a very difficult position to evaluate. Very difficult. But this is gonna lead me to what I gotta show y'all. Let me do this real quick. We're gonna talk about the Charleston White right now.
All right. Hey, Anthony, give me a second. I got you. We didn't forget.
So right here we have Charleston White. He gonna talk about Shedeur Sanders and why he fell in the draft. Charleston White, he ain't no draft analyst. He not a football fan. But he gonna give his 2 cents as to why Shedeur Sanders fell in this draft. This is ZSB Lou. It's the top streamers on YouTube. Let's check out what Charleston White had to say about Shedeur.
Now, I'm not going to say the boy ain't a good quarterback, but he ain't no Tom Brady. He ain't no Danny White, no John Marino.
That's what he trained with,
He ain't none of that. The boy, at best, is a second-string, third-string quarterback, but he is not a starter. And then you don't want...
You heard him? He said John Marino.
Football. He just know better last name.
He just butchered a lot of quarterbacks' name right there.
Unless he blasted too, but hey, it is.
He smoked before every stream.
Sure. There's a stream I like with him and Aiden Ross. Who was like not a couple months back, but hey, that one was funny.
Sure. I might get demonetized. I think I seen that when he was on a double date with him. I think I seen it.
Sure.
But he ain't no Tom Brady. He ain't no Danny White, no John Marino.
That's what he trained with, though.
He ain't none of that. The boy, at best, is a second-string, third-string quarterback, but he is not a starter. And then you don't want this prima donna coming to your team. As a white NFL owner of a team that would like to win, you don't want this prima donna. You want one of them fast running quarterbacks like Michael Vick that's poor. You want a poor quarterback. You don't want a rich quarterback driving a Rolls Royce already with big jewelry on his neck, living in big houses.
To be real though, he does make a point because Sanders is very privileged and he comes from a rich family, so he really had his father, give him that name and recognition. And yes, he did put in the work, but at the same time, I feel like that's why a lot of teams overlooked him. He was too entitled, as they say. I mean, the talent was there, though. That's the shocking part. The title was there. They were talking about it on ESPN, and I was like, they're kind of right. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I guess to NFL owners, it does. And if you get someone out of out of the hood, things of that nature, I mean, hell, they're hungry. They want it more than the next guy. That's how their mentality is, and that's what Charleston is actually talking about, and I understand what he's saying. I do. Mm-hmm. I can see it. I can see where he's right in some aspects, but then he's also, who knows, Sanders could prove him wrong as well. He could say, look, I might be entitled, but it don't matter. My dad didn't do this for me. I'm about to ball out for the Browns if I could work my way up. But
so you think quarterbacks coming up from the struggle really
they do.
Okay, so that's a good thing if a quarterback told you, like, yeah,
they have that killer mentality, and I'm not saying Sanders might not have that. I'm just saying there's that, you know how it is, bro. They're like, for me, Sunnyland Sun Devils back then. I watched you'd be shocked how parents in Pop Warner would actually tell their kids they wanted their kids to go to the NFL. That's what they really, really envisioned on them, and they were hungry, bro. You have no idea. Jaquan Johnson. All these bro, they didn't care about hitting. I mean, they cared about hitting. Maybe not you. Like some days I didn't want to hit. I wanted just to catch and chill. Jaquan wanted to knock you out every time he had an opportunity, even if it was practice. It didn't matter. That's how hungry he was. Shedeur Sanders, his father gave him everything. So I feel like, but he is a baller too. He is very talented, yes. But maybe his father kind of put him up in a high, a little too much. Maybe that's why those owners had to take a step back from that.
Yeah, shoot. I'm not even gonna lie, I came from the struggle too.
Yeah.
when you're at practice, knowing that you got a hot meal to go to, knowing that you got a 2-story, 3-story house, your family is set, you kind of look forward to that, making you not work as hard in your current moment. You know, compared to somebody who's actually struggling at home when they're on that practice field, that's like their vacation away from whatever they're going through from everything. You know, so that kind of like helps them in regards to, man, I need to make it out. So let me just keep on investing in some place where I could go other than home after school. You know, so that's why kind of having a quarterback that has struggled before compared to one that already came up is better. You know, but at the same time, you see a kid whose dad played in the NFL. I wouldn't mind that either. Your dad went through everything in the NFL. You experienced. Go ahead.
No, but you get the best of the best too. But yeah, man, just wanted to put that.
Yeah, you get the best of the best, and you get the traits from their father that passes down to them, and that could lead them to being a very good player. You know, but if you just like came up from a rich family, so on and so forth, and you already entitled, you know, Shedeur, he rapping already, he doing this, you know, he could low-key be the GM of any team if he really wanted to, based off how lit he is. You know, so it's just like that's probably the reason why he felt they wanted to humble him.
Yeah, make him. I like that. I like what you just did there. Make him humble. Make it work for it. Like this is like we weren't just gonna give it to you like that, and now you got to go through 4 quarterbacks: Dylan Gable, Joe Flacco, Deshaun Watson. I might have forgotten.
On top of that, the worst team in the NFL, the Browns.
That's where careers die there. So. Yeah,
you know, and you heard what Deion said about the Browns. Oh, that's not going to the Browns.
You're not going. Hey, you got to be careful what you say because manifestation is legit. I'm just going to go ahead.
No Super Bowl. He just want to say down said hush. But if you go get a Pope, boy, Pope go do everything that white coach said do. That coach tell him, come on, boy, let me talk to you. I told you to run this play. That Pope quarterback is go bow down and listen to that white coach and do everything that white coach said. Here you got a with money already. He got an arrogant daddy. He already arrogant. They're a superstar family. He ain't gonna listen to now coach but his daddy. When I give him a playbook, he gonna go home and him and his daddy go write new plays. I don't want this on my team. This is a prima donna and he already come. His daddy go have something to say if we ain't doing right. So we don't want him. That's why they passed on him. This is the white man's team and they don't want. This is what the white boy know. Now I know y'all don't like what I'm about to say. Wow, hello. Most of these NFL owners is well into their 70s, 80s, and 90s.
I think I know where he's going.
Longer than you've been alive.
Don't say
one thing about a rich NFL owner, he specializes in. He know everything about an athletic. He know what he like in middle school. They know everything. They done called everybody and got the report sheet on this.
You're not lying. You know, when kids get recruited, they go to their high schools, ask them questions. They ask their teachers, the janitor. You don't know who they're going to ask. They're going to try to ask somebody who could get more detail in regards to this kid so we can see what their character is off the field. Because, you know, character is really important. Now that we see that, you know, Dolphins, I think they really need to focus in on this with the draft. The character, especially with us being the Miami Dolphins, we got to make sure that character fits Miami. You know?
Work hard. Put your nose down. Yo, what's up, Lakers, bro?
Lakers in the building?
Oh, yeah. You know what time it is.
Okay.
Shoot.
What's good, Lakers? What's good?
I'll send the, what's it called? The link to him and Anthony on Twitter, bro.
You going to send the link after Charleston White.
Gotcha.
After the Charleston White topic, I got y'all. I already sent Iceeman the link, so just give it a moment, y'all.
Yeah, let me do it after this, guys. I got you. Okay. And Charleston, right? Crazy.
They finna get this a lot of money, and they finna bring this into the plantation, the family's business. Jones family, whatever name of the family, so they gonna get to meet the daughter, especially if you're face of the organization type. So we gonna bring this in here. This already got a Rolls Royce getting parking tickets at the college university that he won't pay. He's entitled. He's not going to be able to take correction outside of his father. And his daddy want to be an NFL coach. We don't want them problems. We'll pass on it. That's what they did. This is our money. This is our family money. We've been studying this long as y'all been alive. Y'all think y'all know, but we know because we invest a lot of money into these. We invest millions of dollars into these.
Yeah, you're not lying, man. If you invest in that type of money into a player, you really want the best out of that player, you know. But Shedeur Sanders, he hasn't even got the money yet. He got the money, but he hasn't even got the money that the NFL would give to him, and he already acting the way he's acting. So that caused him to fall as well. Just him being a YN, a rich guy, too early. You know, he's like the prime example of what an NIL is. You see him with the watch on, you see him with the cars, so on and so forth. It's just like, man, when I was in college, I wasn't getting that. Nobody was getting that. Nobody. I could really come back and sue the NCAA because them boys, they getting that bag now, and I'm not getting that bag. You know, and I play college football. I ain't get reimbursed.
Okay, so I sent it to Lakers. Anthony, I don't know if you're still there. I sent it to you on your Twitter. Lakers, check your Twitter DM as well. And Canes, I sent it to you on your message. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick, bro. Give me like 1 minute.
All right.
Do your thing, though. Keep cooking. I got you.
Okay. We got this other video of Charleston talking about Shedeur.
Can't know what he wants.
You don't think Deion's son gonna go?
He ain't win. The white folks ain't got him yet. They gotta teach him a lesson.
Man, but it's drawing eyeballs to the draft though.
A white man run the draft. Niggas don't. White man know what he want on his team. Niggas don't know what the white man want on his team. Niggas think he a good quarter. They don't know what the white man looking for. They looking at the niggas gifts.
It's crazy how Charleston might come out of nowhere talking about the NFL, like he know what he's talking about.
Talent. The white man is saying he ain't hungry enough to come run our team. He already got the Rolls Royces. He already got the fame.
Mm-hmm.
He already got the money. And then his daddy gonna be a problem. Man, white man don't want that. White man want your mama. He don't want your daddy.
But look, they want the money. His daddy gonna bring that bread.
We make money with or without this boy.
True enough.
That's true.
One player don't decide if we make money. We make money without this boy. We don't need this boy to make no money.
We gonna make money with or without you. That's it. That's it.
Nah, that ain't what I'm necessarily saying. But shoot, his daddy gonna bring for the NFL teams that don't have a crowd. His daddy and his boy gonna bring a crowd.
Every NFL team got a crowd. You ain't never watched the NFL football and they not sell no tickets. They don't sell hot dogs and popcorn and soda, even if they got a losing team.
True.
Hey, he not lying. He not lying, man. Popcorn, soda, everything included. Everything. We could be 0-16. They still gonna include that. But what's up, y'all? I see y'all in the background. Hold on. Let me wait till Iceeman come back. Then we gonna be back. Yeah, I see you, Anthony. I see y'all. All right,
I'm here.
All right. Y'all can hear me?
Yo, what's good, Canes? What's good, Anthony? Yo.
DG, I was saying this in the chat about Quinn. People forget that I've said this. I followed the kid since high school. He was the number one recruit in high school, coming out of high school. But the injuries hurt him a little bit when he was at Texas because those shoulder injuries hurt his velocity. That's why you don't see the zip line. He was known for having a cannon coming out of high school. He could thread the needle like nobody in high school. But once he had those shoulder injuries and shoulder surgeries, it hurt his velocity and stuff like that.
Would you on tour?
No, Quinn.
That injury?
Quinn Ewers. Tua was never a number one prospect.
Hey,
Let's not, he was barely a 4-star recruit.
I'm not gonna argue that one. Shoot, I like what I
think
hear.
it was like I think it was like top 20, top 30, something like that.
Yeah, he was a top 30 quarterback, but he was in the top 20. And have you guys already talked about Shedeur?
Yeah.
We talking about him right now. We're listening to what Charleston White is saying about him, and we just commenting on Shedeur.
Yeah, no, but what I was saying in the chat too is I blame his dad for that. Him falling out. Like there was actually reports after the draft that he went into those interviews arrogant as hell, demanding stuff that he, as a rookie, shouldn't be demanding, like control of the whole offense and stuff like that, acting like he knew everything, and he was acting like his dad. Like he was. I understand the swag is part of him, but you should go into those interviews humble. Your father earned the right to be arrogant coming out of college because he was the number one corner coming out of college and stuff like that. People forget Dion was the number one corner in that draft.
You go to any combine, you run a 4.12. You can do whatever you want after that, man.
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, and like I said, Dion gave his son a little bit of bad advice too, not giving him him being his own agent was a mistake. That's another thing that hurt him. Having his father be his agent and him doing all this was a huge mistake. And him trying to force his way to other what's it called? Other like his father doing the interview. I'm not sure if I was blowing this out of proportion, but before the draft, during the draft process, his father did interviews with Ocho Cinco on the nightcap and other streaming on other platforms, and saying that he only wanted his son to be drafted by the Dolphins and stuff like that. Like, and I think that turned off other franchises when they said that.
Give me like 1 minute. My cat's going crazy.
Hey, what's good, Lakers?
What's up?
Yo, what it do, bro? Lakers. Hey, before we continue, Lakers, yo, let's talk about it for a second. What's up with the LA Lakers, yo?
I'm over here grieving, dog. I've been sad all day, bro.
Hey, now you know how I feel.
The Lakers already, they're already saying that LeBron wants Luka out of there.
Wait, how you know? What you heard?
I'm following. I follow a lot of Laker people on YouTube.
What they say? What they saying?
They're
Coming
saying
to the Heat.
They have sources in the franchise that LeBron's already tired of Luka and wants him out of there.
Come on,
yeah, because he don't play defense and he not getting the job done. That's what it is, though.
But LeBron, honestly, LeBron is a little bit past it already. Like he's not there like he used to be honest.
Yeah, but
so he shouldn't be demanding anything.
I know. I think LeBron misses AD because he don't got that big man. You know what I'm saying?
Why'd you trade him though? But why'd you trade him though?
That was enough.
He forced AD out of there.
Who?
LeBron.
No, I don't think LeBron did it. It's like because I think Rob saw the Ferrari.
limitations.
He was like, dang, bro, you know what I'm saying? I like the Ferrari.
Do you think
but
LeBron
the Ferrari is not fast? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I don't think Luka fits in LA. I've said this multiple times, and no Laker fan wants to hear this.
Hey,
personality-wise, I don't think a Luka likes the spotlight like that. Like people think
he does either.
I think a guy like that would be better, like in a Toronto or like a Miami, where the
That's right. I like that. What I just heard. Yeah.
No. Hey, listen, my homeboys, they're in the. I'm on Xbox, and they said the same thing. They were like, I think he's better here because he fits. Because like, you know, they can give up Probably Tyler Hero or Bam or whatever.
Nah, we would never give y'all Bam or Tyler, bro.
No, you would have to give up Tyler for Luka.
Okay, you know what? I'll give you Tyler with a bunch of first rounders for sure, because that's how much you. Damn, what a hell!
I mean, if he dang,
you don't see what's in the middle.
Oh,
I see Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan right there crying, dog. Okay, I see it.
On LeBron on ball spot.
That's insane.
Those hair plugs didn't work for LeBron.
Kobe Bean Bryant wearing that purple and gold, man.
Hey, you think
don't
LeBron
let y'all
comes
fool,
back?
man. Don't let it fool y'all.
Hey, watch how LeBron jumps shit to Cavaliers and the Cavs win it against OKC. What would you say?
I don't
Would
care.
you be
I
shocked?
want LeBron to leave. I'm not shocked. I'm still be like I'm not a LeBron fan. I was here before LeBron. I was here when Kobe Bryant was
Oh,
here.
okay, that's what's up. So you would
You know
die
what
hard
I'm saying?
Laker.
So
I feel
I'm
that.
not
Okay.
going nowhere.
You're not part of that cult.
No, but I'm not part of that culture, man.
That's crazy.
I'm a diehard Laker fan.
I can't stand that cult. Like, I can't stand that LeBron's fan base, to be honest.
I mean, I'm a LeBron fan, but I just don't like the Lakers because they beat us in the finals. But it is what it is, though. So
No, I can't stand LeBron. I can't stand LeBron because of his fans. Because I get in arguments with them all the time. They always say LeBron is better than Kobe and MJ.
You know what? I ain't gonna say it. I can't because y'all gonna. I don't know, bro. You know
because
what?
guess what, bro? If Kobe was,
I don't care about the stats. LeBron barely hasn't. He has a below 500 record in the playoffs, dude.
Wait, Anthony. You just said LeBron James got a what?
Below 500 record in the playoffs. He has a losing record.
Anthony, wait, hold on. Let me ask you a quick question, all right? Do you remember when Bill Russell had, 11 rings? And I know he won it all and all that stuff. But LeBron, let me ask you, how many NBA Finals appearances has he been in?
Yeah, but I don't care about the appearances. He only has like three championships to show for it.
No, he got 4. 2 with the Heat, 1 with the Lakers, 1 with the Cavs.
But let's be honest. So those championships were because of D Wade, not LeBron. Let's be honest.
Well, the first ring that we won, yeah, it was all Wade. The second year that he won his championship with us, he deserved it. He actually put the team on our back. But the Spurs...
No, I think to be honest, people hate when I say this. LeBron never had a killer instinct.
The Lakers
really, he choked. He's a big choke artist.
Look who posted it. In and out.
In and out break. Damn, hey, Lakers, you get some free food though.
Hey, that's good though, but I'm not. Well, I'm in Cali, so I can't get free food though.
Are you Lakers?
What's up?
Who's your favorite Lakers? I'm not sure if you're older. Like, are you?
Damn, who that is?
I don't know, but you better.
Damn, who that is though?
How bad are the Lakers? I don't know who this is.
I don't know who that is, but
I'm guessing they're saying she's bad as in sexy.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't that bad.
Oh, Anthony
Michael
Edwards, he trolled y'all. He walked around the whole LA.
He did.
He's disrespectful. I saw that one. That one's actually good.
Did you see Lakers fans on Twitter saying that at least we won a game, and they were making fun of the Heat for
what the fuck? Wait, no, hold on. I gotta say this: the fact that they got 4-1 and we went and we got swept, 4-1 is the same thing. No disrespect, Lakers, but having one win
listen. I'm
not
still mad. I'm mad about us even losing. You know what I'm saying? Like we should have put up much of a fight, but we have to make some trades, bro. And we gotta.
We don't want.
So you think they trade Luka?
Nah.
I don't think they trade. I don't think they trade Luka. But when you make a move like that,
but that's it.
Yeah,
Kane,
if you make a move like that, you gotta at least advance past one series. You got Luka. You got the other dude.
Yeah, because Luka was just in the finals last year.
Exactly
The
what team that
Lakers
he
fans
had.
turned on Austin Reeves already.
No, listen, I haven't been on Austin Reeves since never. I really don't like him. I don't like. I mean, he's cool,
He's
but
overrated, to be honest, by
he's not
Lakers
that
fans.
type of player
Oh
where
shit,
he has one game. You know what I'm saying? He got offense. He don't got defense. You know
Oh,
what I'm
this
saying?
Anthony.
No, and the Lakers. This is what I don't like about other fan bases. They trash Heat players, but all of a sudden when they go to their team, it's like they're the best player of all time. Like they did it with Gabe. They did it with Gabe. Lakers fans did that. Not you, but I saw on Twitter that Lakers fans did this. They were calling Gabe Vincent trash the whole time he was in Miami, but he was the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
Once he got that Lakers jersey on and stuff
Yeah, I
like
know.
that, I'm like, you guys were saying he's a bench player, barely a bench player. Then all of a sudden he's the greatest player since the greatest point guard of all time, and stuff like that. I don't get that.
Hey, look, I don't want none of those players. I already had LeBron, so I'm good. I'm trying to get
I know y'all
Giannis.
good.
I know
No,
you trying.
honestly, I'm staying away from Giannis. He's too injury prone to me.
What, dude? He's a bro,
To me,
legend.
bro, he can't shoot. To me, Giannis can't shoot like that. So
He's
I need.
overrated.
The thing is,
Honestly,
he can't shoot. That's my problem.
but Boston, they're
I
so
would
good.
I would
I
rather
would rather
get
have a Kevin Durant.
no. I would rather have
He
a
old.
young
Like
guy
if he was Giannis'
a
age, then I have Kevin Durant. But
Oh,
if he
for
get
sure.
Giannis, we get Giannis.
I
But
would rather have Ant-Man, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he's the next coming of. I don't know, bro. What we saw. Oh shit. Oh, he faked it. Is this the one that when he opened up his eye and he looked up?
yeah,
Hey, you got caught slipping.
Yeah, I would rather get, to be
Yeah, this
honest,
guy,
that was yesterday.
but he
Lakers.
a
I
good
would rather
200
get
pounds,
Ant-Man
man.
from Minnesota because I don't think he lasts there. I
If
think he's get the man to trade out of Minnesota.
Well, come to the Heat then. Shoot.
Bro, LeBron, you getting bullied by a guy named DiVincenzo.
That's what my homie said yesterday. He was like, "Bro, how you
DiVincenzo.
Come on, man.
I know that's what people saying, bro. But people, I don't know.
And he got trucked by him.
Yep.
He's the biggest flopper of all time.
Crazy.
He is. He did it with Miami too. Let's be real. We know this. We know
Sure
this.
did.
But listen, you 3-1 in the division. This is not gonna help you come back and win the series. You faking an injury.
He tried to get a technical or something.
Yeah, he tried to. It's too late, LeBron. It's over. The series is done. You try to save the
we
series.
in Cancun, y'all.
Does he stay?
We both in Cancun right now. So. Let's talk.
Oh my God!
I mean football, bro.
Rafael Corwright is like
child support, Lou Dort.
Rafael Corwright is like the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves dating the Lakers.
OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5. Houston Rockets. I don't care nothing about no light socket, a court docket, or my empty pockets. You can say FGA,
He's the one that made
PGA,
us lose.
USA.
In Game 5, he the one that made us lose him. I blame him.
Hey Lakers, did you see what Rafael Corwright put in the chat? He's like the Timberwolves diddy the Lakers.
That ain't right.
Oh hell no, man. Horrible. Do you think y'all should fire the head coach?
No, we good. We gonna keep him. I don't like what he did because he's stubborn and everything like that. But
who your head coach?
Yeah, he's real stubborn, and I don't like that. How you
and he's a racist.
How you have a
young
center.
Anthony.
You know what I'm saying? How you have a young center and you don't play Jackson Hayes? You know what I'm saying? Like that's stupid.
No, actually, there's before he got hired, they actually released tapes of him using the Edward multiple times.
I mean, I don't think he meant it like that. You know, like us Jamaicans.
No, he used a hard R. He didn't.
Then see, us Jamaicans, we don't take that type of disrespect like that. But at the same time, like, I mean, maybe he meant it as my dog, my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's how we.
No. If he's using the hard R, I understand.
He didn't put the A. Okay, so never mind then. Okay, let's keep it pushing. Never mind.
Yeah, no, and to be honest, he's not a good coach. I hated when they turned on Darvin Ham.
Oh,
Were you
there's the
one of the
hand one.
Lakers fans that wanted Darvin Ham out? Lakers.
Yeah, I was the one that low key told one of my homeboys or some YouTube Lakers that Darvin Ham was bad and he was bad, and I don't like him. But you know, I give him credit that he went farther than JJ.
Nah, great acting right there.
Nah, that man Brian funny. Hey, don't judge me.
He used to do that with the Pacers.
Look at him. Watch this. Watch this shit.
When we had him.
Take a look, a little peek. The fun that you're doing this while your son is on the bench is crazy.
That's wait, question. Did he ever play like in the playoffs or no?
No, his son never played.
I doubt it. I think he wasn't ready for that smoke.
Bronny is horrible. I don't know why they drafted him.
Damn.
He should have said. A lot of people. No, I'm not the only people that said. A lot of scouts said he should have stayed in college.
He should have just stick to video gaming. You know, he was a video gamer with Aiden Ross and stuff like that. He was actually good at GTA roleplay, but he should have just stuck to that.
Life moves on, man.
True.
But let's get back to this Charleston White and Shedeur.
Now, I'm not going to say White a good quarterback, but he ain't no Tom Brady. He ain't no Danny White, no John Marino.
Whatchamacallit?
John Marino.
John Marino. Now, you know he don't know football. Talk about John Marino. Shut up.
Don Marino, what the hell?
John Marino. Oh, be quiet, dog. Sit your old man down.
John Marino.
John Marino.
He ain't no John Marino.
Even if they got a losing team.
True. I don't know.
This ain't about that they need him. Y'all want him in the NFL. The NFL gonna be the NFL without Shedeur Sanders and Dion with his boys. And we still go sell tickets and jerseys without a jersey that says Sanders.
I don't know.
Shout out to Shake Money, bro. I see my dog
Hey,
Shake Money in the building, bro. What it do, what it is.
This guy, honestly, every time I watch Charleston White,
bro,
I just laugh at everything he says. To be honest, I can't take him seriously.
Type in the one with Aiden Ross. I'm telling you, bro, his videos are funny, bro. With Charleston White.
I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna look at it after the topics. I got you.
Good. Y'all think he that good?
With the right team, he good.
He ain't.
He would have to have a line.
That's what you saying. But you don't own a team. The people who own a team said his daddy gonna be a problem.
Nah, I don't think. If anything, his daddy gonna bring that bread. You seen what he did to Colorado?
You a poor man thinking from a
I said that.
perspective. This is why I try not to have these.
What, the entitlement?
The old man.
No.
Niggas sit back.
The reason why teams didn't want to draft him is because they didn't want to deal with the helicopter parenting bull crap of his dad correcting the quarterback coaches on how to coach his son. They didn't
playing a GM.
No GM wanted to deal with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Debate football and basketball got a dumb mind. Me and this nigga finna go back and forth for the next 10 minutes. Nigga, my mind ain't that dumb. Let me boy. Really, my mind ain't that dumb.
You call it John Marino, though.
With no nigga over no another nigga by what no white man want to do with niggas. Man, my motherfucking mind ain't that stupid. Nigga, talk football, talk. Yeah, man. I'm thinking like an owner. And this nigga got me thinking like a poor fan, a peasant.
That's what's happening in real life, man. Some people think like owners. Some people think about the team in a different way. You know, he's saying
some people think
like
it's
owners.
fans that don't know the business like of football.
There's like their fan favorite, and then there's who the scouts think are a good player. You know, everybody probably thought Shedeur Sanders was a first round pick, but all the scouts watched the tape, and he ended up going in the 5th round. You know, you gotta think like an owner. Like if we didn't think like an owner, we would have picked Shedeur Sanders with our 13th overall pick instead of waiting until the 5th round to get Shedeur Sanders.
Raphael, I wouldn't say that. I don't think Deion is as annoying as LeVar, to be honest. I wouldn't say it's that. Like, LeVar is way too over the top. His kid, like, LaMelo, out of all his kids, is probably the only good one at basketball, to be honest.
I mean, I don't know, but they came from a rich upbringing. You know, they're kind of in the same situation.
Wait, LeVar was rich?
I mean,
he acted like it. He stunned it.
Yeah.
So
you know, I've been know about them boys, so they're probably getting the bag no matter what, NIL. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, but he's saying Sanders family's like the Ball family. I wouldn't. Deion has the right to be that arrogant because of talent, but I see where teams. His other son went undrafted.
Which one, Shiloh?
Shiloh went undrafted
to Temple.
Yeah.
Antonio, what's his name? Winfield Jr. or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you got Shiloh in there. Oh my gosh! Hey, not bad.
Hey, at least the Suns got on a team. You know, I can't really put anything on Deion for that. You know, his son is just
but
not
the bad
him.
advice giving your son that advice, telling him not to get an agent, was a dumb move.
Sure, I mean he don't have to deal with the dad now. The dad, all you got to do with is Colorado.
His dad is gonna be at the practice facility telling the coaches how to coach his son.
I doubt that, but he probably gonna put his 2 cents in, like on a phone call. He'll probably ask his son, like, "Hey, what they told you at practice?"
I think the GM Andrew Berry's a smart guy. I think he just get tuned Deion out.
Damn.
Like block the phone calls and stuff like that.
I mean,
or is that a bad move?
I mean, if this get bad, it could get ugly. In regards to if Shedeur doesn't end up being the guy, I feel like Shedeur, he's one of those quarterbacks that would like barge his way
They drafted Dylan Gabriel before him.
Yeah, so you know he on a thin
ice,
thin rope. Yeah, thin rope. You know, he's holding on by a thread right now. Even though
I think if Quinn wasn't injured, didn't have these injury problems, he would have been drafted before Shedeur. To be honest,
no, maybe. Let's finish up with this Charleston White.
Man, you got me thinking stupid. Man, let me get out of this. Just all you talking to me. Man, what you think about it? I wasn't even thinking about it till you said something, son. Now I'm thinking like a dumb nigga that ain't got shit else better to do. And it's sad. Nigga, I ain't really watch football.
That's how I feel about 2 years. This is how I feel about 2 years right here.
What you think about it? I wasn't even thinking about it till you said something, son. Now I'm thinking like a dumb nigga that ain't got shit else better to do. It's sad.
Oh Jesus! Oh God!
This is That's how I feel about 2 years. Every time they say something stupid about Tua, and then that's how I feel, man.
You finna be dumb today. I'm thinking like an owner, and this nigga got me thinking like a poor fan, a peasant.
That's crazy.
It's okay. It's okay. 2 won 10 games this year, even though we didn't make the playoffs. 2 won 10 games. The owner not thinking like that. The owner's like, bro, we haven't made the playoffs in 20 years. What's going on? That's how the owner's thinking.
Man, you got me thinking stupid. Man, let me get out of this. Just all you talking to me. Man, what you think about it? I wasn't even thinking about it till you said something, son. Now I'm thinking like a dumb nigga that ain't got shit else better to do. And it's sad. Nigga, I ain't really watch football. I got my mind running. Nobody will with it, man. But man, you finna be dumb today. Thinking like about a motherfucking shooter sound.
I
don't want that guy. Shedeur Sanders.
Go ahead.
No, I was just reading it. Don't draft Shedeur. Crazy.
Don't draft Shedeur. He gonna explain why.
Just torpedoed him. They took him off, and they took him off because the owner said take him off. I don't want that guy. Shedeur Sanders just torpedoed himself. His attitude off the field at the combine. His dad didn't help him either. You know, he was on podcast talking about, this is my son. If I can get him to where I want to get him to, I'm going to do that. But, you know, when you listen to this kid talk right prior or at the combine about if you want a new culture in your locker room, I'm the guy to do that. I can turn it around. I mean, he's very high on himself. And I think he was very off-putting to many, many coaches and general managers in the league. And I'm telling you right now, and I know this after talking to 3 different personnel people in the NFL this weekend, they didn't even have him on their board. They took him off. And they took him off because the owner said, take him off. I don't want that guy. I don't want this entitled.
Stephen Ross. Stephen Ross probably did that.
Damn.
Hey, yo, but listen,
Person.
that's the difference. My bad. The same thing I told my mom is what they're saying is like, he had it easy for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cam had to get it out the mud and do what he do. You know what I'm saying? He had it easy because he got a dad, he got money. You know what I'm saying? He got it easy, so he gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? Cam is humble. Cam not gonna say that he's on football, but him with all the jewelry, you know, with the watch and everything, and his interviews and being cocky in the draft, that's not a good look.
Hey, you better hope he better plays like his father, but in the quarterback room. You know what I'm saying? Like actually balling.
They better hope, because the NFL is not for long.
That's true. That
On our team, and I don't blame them. They took him off.
Okay.
And they took him off because
he about to. Oh
yeah,
shit.
Bill Belichick. That's what's next.
Well, I'm gonna take myself off the screen for this one because this one's gonna be funny as hell, bro. Y'all gonna laugh your asses off right now.
Yeah, bro. I've seen that junk hilarious.
All right.
I'm gonna search to this for sure.
During our interview.
So for those who don't know what's going on, man, Bill Belichick, a GOAT, a legend. 7-time Super Bowl champ, right?
No, 6.
6-time Super Bowl champ. So we all know he did not get a head coaching job this offseason, so he decided to take his talents to North Carolina. They gave him a bucket load of money. You know, I think they signed him to a $10 million a year deal over a period of 5 to 4 years. So I don't even think he's gonna stay for 2 years. I think he's gonna leave after 1 year and try to get a head coaching job again. You know, but he has recently gone viral based off of him dating a 24-year-old, somebody who's younger than his own daughter. So this has caused a lot of like whirlwind in media, and the way that she's treating him, I do not like this. A guy who reached that level that he reached before, there is no way there should be a female controlling him. Like he looks like he getting control, right? Look at the shirt that he got on. Like,
salute.
Like, come on, man. Like,
why is it ripped?
Why is it ripped? You know, he's been doing this ever since back in the day, from what we remember. You know, going up against the Patriots, he'll go to press conferences with ripped up shirts like he Kanye West. You know, it don't make no sense. Like Bill Belichick, he's changing before our eyes. He doesn't seem like that same Bill Belichick. You know, maybe this girl got him opening up more. You know, maybe it's been a long time since Bill Belichick felt love. You know, now this girl's giving him love. Now he's open to doing anything. He probably opening up his checkbook. She's getting a lot of his money. You know, I don't know. I think she's taking advantage of him, but we don't really know what's going on.
You say Kanye West put that song together, if you know what I mean. Shoot.
Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordan right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No.
It's a topic neither one of.
Wait, that's why Netflix made fun of her. That's who she was. Netflix had a show yesterday called Everyone's Live with John Mulaney, and they had this chick in it. And I was like, why are they having this random chick for this old dude? Oh shit. They were making a joke for this whole time. I had to realize it.
Yeah, look, because like who are you?
That's
Like,
crazy to speak for him though.
yeah, this is not even your interview.
She
That's
just
what I'm
spoke
saying.
for him. She's one of those. Oh my god.
But like, you see where she is in the back. Like, you all the way ducked off in the corner. Like, don't even come in and like saying anything. Just stay there.
A whipped to the point to the max.
And Bill Belichick, he didn't say nothing after this.
Because if you
He
say
didn't say-
something, I feel like something gonna happen privately. They're probably gonna be like,
he pussy. He
pussy
probably the
wet.
one that
She
he probably the
gonna
one that's
scream.
getting locked up. He's the one getting locked up, and
she-
she's doing what she wants.
She look like a screamer, dog. She be screaming on top of her lungs if she don't get what she want.
Bro, Iceman, we know Bill Belichick not making nobody scream. We know that. You know, just because he got rings doesn't mean that he laying it down like that, Iceman.
look what Raphael said in the chat, though.
Adult industry. You think Bill Belichick got an OnlyFans?
Oh my god.
Shoot, he probably got a video on a load. I know they making videos. I know she a
Bruh.
freak.
Yeah, dog. Bill Belichick, man, crazy. He a player though. He a player. I give him that.
But let this be a message out to all the men out there. Do not let a female take advantage of you. You are way more valuable than you probably think that you are. You know, look, one of the greatest head coaches of all time is getting did in right now. It reminds me of Get Out. Y'all seen that movie, right?
Yeah, that movie's scary. How they transplant the heads and the brains and the bodies. Yeah.
That happened already with Bill Belichick. He can't do nothing without the girl being there now.
It's crazy. This man
is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No.
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on.
She not look.
Dude.
You're thinking about what could happen.
That's insane.
Hey, free Bill Belichick, man. I'm gonna come out with shirts. I'm free Bill Belichick.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
I swear, man.
Damn, dog. You do that, holy crap. This is gonna pop off.
Correct. Do you feel like you were treated with dignity and respect when you were let go by Robert Kraft? Yeah, well, it was a mutual decision for us to part ways.
No, it wasn't.
He said fired.
He capping.
He knows it.
He capping. He doesn't mind going on the podium and lying to people.
Shit crazy. I mean, he's a cheater, so he does cheat for the New England Patriots back then.
Yeah. But even when we went up against the Patriots, when they had Bill Belichick, he wouldn't give us no hints in the press conference.
He'll just move on, or he'll just be, you know how he is, snarky.
Next question.
Yeah.
You know, like, respect to Bill Belichick, bro, but bro, come on, man. You 70-some years old. You know, like, no need to act this hard. You know?
There's some, you can see there's some fear in his eyes, like something's going up. I don't know.
You know, like, bro, in a street fight, come on, Bill Belichick. Come on, like, let's be frank. You know, you acting like you're the hardest head coach in the NFL, but you're not.
Oh, damn.
You're not.
Shoot.
I'm calling it out, man, because I want the old Bill Belichick back, man.
Do what you got. Hey, Bill Belichick, good luck to him.
Yeah, he like the Kanye West of coaches. That's what he like.
It was a mutual decision.
The other change for Belichick is 24-year-old Jordan Hudson, his creative muse, as he writes in his book.
Make sure that.
His creative news, his inspiration, his everything.
I'm tired, man.
That's insane. Hey, Lakers, you still there, bro? We just want to make sure. Don't worry. I'm going to ask you a question in a bit, like the NFL draft and stuff. I don't know.
Lakers gone.
Man, he knocked out.
Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordan right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that? Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right. How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No.
He said he looked back.
Yeah. No, he said no.
Oh, I thought I was interviewing him, but okay.
That's
crazy, man. But you know that when she did this confirmed to me that she got that good. You see it?
I'm gonna get in trouble. Yo, YouTube gonna take us, dog. Shoot.
You see how Bill Belichick sitting?
Posture. Look at the posture. Look at the posture.
He's sitting up right now.
Yeah.
You know, she laying it down on Bill Belichick. I know.
Jeez.
Congratulations, coach. Congratulations.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on, though Hudson has recently posted about it on Instagram.
You joined InstaFace, as you put it. I love that. There's some great pictures of you and Jordan, where you're a fisherman and she's a mermaid. It's charming.
What?
It's a different side of you. What's the reaction been like? What's it been like? To have these different sort of photos. There's another one where you're doing, I know you're not into meditation.
Hey,
yoga or Pilates,
Canes.
you're
Hey, I
bouncing.
see you.
Jordan.
I see Canes. I see you. Now go ahead, bro. I was just telling Canes. I see you.
On your feet, she's doing kind of the Titanic pose.
Yeah, so I'm on some of those social media platforms, but I honestly don't follow them.
What he does follow isn't clicks or views, but touchdowns.
That's crazy. Hey, free Bill Belichick, man. If you're watching this, leave a comment.
Definitely in some hypno fucking mind control. That's definitely some mind control shit right there. That's
This
him?
This is what she got Bill Belichick doing now.
Wait, that's him?
That's him at the beach. Fam, you about to retire. You out there on the beach. You're supposed to be focusing on your health.
I mean, technically, he's doing yoga or whatever that is trying to be, but still, this is just crazy.
Coach, you know you're not athletic enough to do this. You're just trying to show that you're still young and you still got it. You know. We know.
It's crazy. You're a player.
Man, you see she at the games too, wearing the colors. But she pretty much run the school. Like she fixing his pants.
It's like he's the wow.
Yeah, that's wild, man. That is wild. Bill Belichick watching none of the dudes talk to her.
She just walks on the field like she does own it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. She just lets him know. That's crazy.
She just telling him what to do.
Yeah, she controls his life for sure.
Experience directly.
This one's gonna be funny. This one's gonna be funny.
He's not even in the acknowledgement section.
Wait, that's not there.
Is my girlfriend Jordan is the best thing that ever happened to me. Well, her and those dinger pills that I eat like Skittles.
How did you guys meet?
On Backpage, she
I
was
know
selling her
that's
butt,
AI.
and it turns out I was in the market for some butt. Now she's my unofficial defensive coordinator. I mean, the shit we have to put up with for an occasionally wet little hole, am I right? If you're going to have a handler, then she best be a smoking hot succubus, am I right? Me and Jordan get along great. Sure, she might beat the hell out of me from time to time, but it's usually because I deserve it. It's kind of like that movie Misery. She's just as psychotic, but she's hot and knows how to use Instagram. Jordan makes me Instaface pictures because she loves me and my brand. It has nothing to do with her being a controlling bitch, hell-bent on fame and fortune. I'll be honest, if our defense struggles this year, she might be taken over. I've always wanted a DC I was sleeping with. Lord knows Matt Patricia couldn't get me up.
He what? He was sleeping with who? At Patricia.
Mm-mm. That's some nasty work by that AI, bro. That's some nasty work.
AI could get you in trouble.
Bro,
You would have thought that You would have thought it was real too.
We gotta fill holes and shit. Go ahead, you got it, dog. That is crazy.
Crazy, man. Let me see what other topics I got for y'all. Yeah, Justin Fields, that's another topic. Let me see where I got that for y'all. Oh, we got the Tua stuff.
What a throw, right? What an amazing throw, bro. Who was that? Oh, let me see the name. Hold on. What was the name earlier? Hold up. I'm gonna do it. Oh, where he at? Where he at? Am I gonna go all the way up? I'll just go over here.
I'm going to pee real quick. Give me like 10 seconds.
Do your thing, bro.
Hey, yo, bro, look at that stomach, dog. That stomach still there, dog.
He said, "Look at that stomach, bro."
It's still
Hey,
there.
Lakers. Hold on. We had someone in the chat earlier. His name was Jeepers,
Bro, listen,
whatever.
dog, that man out here, listen, that ball that he gonna throw, that's
Hey,
gonna be a slant, bro. That's gonna be a slant.
hey, what a great
That's all
quarterback.
it is. It's a slant.
That's the best quarterback in the world, though. Quick
Yeah,
slant,
okay.
great throw, everything. Right? Someone in the chat earlier was saying,
Hey, yo, I bumped that. Show me some goddamn Zach Wilson jerseys.
I like that. Hey, I'm telling you right now. Well, when DG gets back, he controls it. So we'll play some Zach Wilson. But dude, this pass right here, they couldn't have shown a deep pass or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, why it's got to be
Yeah.
a 2-yard pass and then just a little up? I don't get that.
Hey, yo, can we see some?
And we trolling
No, I'm
too,
saying
for
like
sure.
if they have a Zach Wilson practice video like this.
What you
Yeah,
talking
I'm
about?
back.
Yo,
Just some nonsense.
But I heard what y'all said about Zach Wilson.
yeah, man, we want to watch
No,
the
I'm just
greatest
saying, is
quarterback.
there like Zach Wilson throwing the ball like Tua?
They're not gonna show Zach Wilson. They know everyone want to see that one.
Yeah. Look at this, bro. Look at this. What's his name? What in the
Look
chat
at that.
earlier? Look at that, bro. Look at
Listen,
that.
that's a comeback route. See, it's a comeback route. The same thing that Tyreek does. Comeback, bam. That's all it is. Ain't nothing new.
DG, could you? I don't know if you could, bro. If you could go to Meepers, Peepers, whatever, the one that he says Tua is daddy and all that. I want to see if you compare that comment to this throw right here. I mean, like, wow, what a throw, bro. I mean, like, I'm sure Lakers, DG, and me can't make a throw like that for sure, bro. Like, yeah, it's crazy, bro. Look at that.
I can't. All
Wow.
you gotta do is throw the ball right when he turned around and coming up to the line. That's it. It's easy.
That is.
It doesn't do difference. Look at that. Easy. Just
I think he
spot
maxed
thrown
out with.
once again. Shout out
I
to
think he
man.
maxed. Yeah, he maxed out
Huh?
with the arm strength. He's maxed
Yeah,
out.
he is. Man. That's why we got Mr. Zach Wilson out there.
Hey,
That's all it is.
hey, Quinn too. Don't sleep on my dog, Quinn.
But like the fact, Tua, he been in the league for 5 years now.
Yeah.
You know, you would think that there would be more arm strength every time he throws the ball, but I think I seen him throw the ball the hardest that he could ever. I think I seen it before. You know, some other quarterbacks, you know, like maybe their arm strength could get better, you know, going into each year.
Not
because
Tua.
they haven't reached their ceiling yet, you know. But Tua, I feel like he reached his ceiling, you know. And how old is Tua? Like 20?
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
How old is Tua Tonga but lower?
If he's 27, it's over.
Yeah, he's 27.
27?
Yeah. He's cooked.
You know, so
he was doing the same thing
3
back
more
in the
years.
day, so
Let's be real. 3 more years, and that's it. Oh, how old is Josh Allen? How old is Josh Allen?
Same age.
Let's see. 28. Yeah, about that. Goddamn.
So, no way in a year Tua turns into Josh Allen. No way.
That's crazy. Josh been in 7, Tua's been in 5, and we haven't won a playoff game.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. We reached the ceiling.
That's insane.
Dolphin fans are afraid to admit to that because they
desperately want a quarterback. Just they're looking for it. I mean, I don't blame them, but this ain't the way to go right here. But
that's what Charleston White was saying. You gotta think like the owner. Can't think like a regular Dolphin fan. You know, if you was owning the Miami Dolphins, what would you do? What would be the best choice for the team? That's how you gotta think about it. So right now, we all think that Tua is the best choice. You know, Dolphin moves this offseason shows us that maybe there's a better choice that they want to capitalize off of and pick somebody to put in the room just to make sure. If Tua don't work out, we got somebody waiting that could come in and perform like Zach Wilson, like y'all like, or
They don't want to hear that though. I'm telling you, DG, they're gonna call you a hater and all that good stuff.
you know, I don't care no more. All I gotta do is rep Wolfpack. That's all I gotta do.
True.
You know. But yeah, man, I did want to see a little bit more, but you know, it's whatever.
Once they get those pads on, I want to see actual, like, you know, I'll cut some slack for it, but still.
Here you go, Waddle. I don't know why he's running without no cleats.
Is that Blake
Strange.
Ferguson?
Nah, that's the new punter.
What happened to Ferguson? Where he at?
I think he's still dealing with injuries, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know how you get injured as a long snapper. It makes sense, but damn, like you better get snaps.
Haven't seen him play in 2 years now.
Just like Bradley Chubb.
Yep.
Here we got the team.
That's my boy Jalen Phillips right there. Let's do it.
Wait, was he wearing the old jersey though? Wait, right there when it's like gray, when he's pushing the sled a little bit more, right there, is he wearing the old Dolphins uniform?
Nah, I don't think so. I think he just wearing the regular shirts. It's just green and white.
Okay, it looks so like, you know.
Yeah, some players had green and white. Who is this? Oh, that's Larry Borum, the new tackle. I don't know who this is, but he doing 4 plates. I love this right here.
Wait, he's gonna be a backup then for right guard? Because James Daniels at left guard, him at backup, because Jonah's at right guard as well. So that's a good. And you have Liam Eichenberg, so that's 3 right there.
I think this is Braden Daniels. I like him a little bit better than Borum, but we're gonna see who ends up getting more playing time. And then you got Jalen here putting in work.
Stay healthy.
Austin Jackson, we don't know about him. You know, Keon Smith, he's still on the team. I thought we traded him away.
I thought we traded him.
Yeah, I thought he was gone, but he's still on the team. Julian Hill, he putting in work. You know, he doing pull-ups with shirts. That's hard right there.
Why does he look like Derek White from the Boston Celtics?
Yeah, he low-key do like a bigger version.
Like,
I don't know. They probably might be related.
Those 2 players gotta stay healthy.
Hold up now. My boy Chubb got some video of him too now.
Oh yeah, that's coming. Yeah, we got that coming up.
When is like practice and stuff?
What happened?
I said, when is practice?
OTAs start in 2 months, give or take. Because summertime isn't about 2 months, give or take.
Yeah, it's kind of like towards the middle or the end of August. That's when I was going to all the practices last year. So it was around that time.
Gotcha.
Tua leading the group. Interesting.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
That man look tall, like, man. I ain't saying nothing there.
Yeah, Lakers, he getting in on it too.
No, bro, I can't get on it. No, I'm not up there right now. He ain't that dude, bro. You already know he ain't that dude.
At least I got Quinn. You have Zach, I have Quinn. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Let's see who's the better quarterback out of them. We know both of our quarterbacks is better, but we'll see.
Shoot. You know people don't want to hear that. You know that.
Hey, did we get a corner or no? We got a corner, right?
Yeah, Marshall from the Gators.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my. Hey, I like him.
We're still in talks with other teams about cornerback. We might trade or we might pick one up in free agency. That's what I feel like before the season starts. So let me see here. So we got Jason Marshall. We're gonna do this but I got a little interview with Travis Hunter I wanted to watch with y'all. It's only 4 minutes, so not too long.
Travis Hunter, wide receiver. The Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter, wide receiver, defensive back from Colorado.
Hey, fuck it up. There you go.
Travis, I guess I'll start out with welcome to Jacksonville. Welcome home. This is your new home. We saw the excitement when you got picked, ran down the tunnel. What did it mean to you to get that call, hear your name called, and to be coming to Jacksonville?
It was a blessing. You know, it worked all full circle. I came back home, be able to play my first college game was in Florida, and now my first NFL game is going to be, from a team from Florida, if it's not home. But it's also a blessing, be able to do it for my family and have my little brother there to see his big brother, walk across the stage and do everything that he's dreamed of. So he can do it next.
Absolutely. We were all kind of surprised. Obviously, the team had to trade up to get you, but you kind of had a little idea beforehand. Did you think you might end up in Jacksonville?
I mean, I was doing a little house searching on Zillow. That's probably the only idea that I had. But no, I really didn't. I didn't really have an idea.
Hello. Hey, Travis. This is James Gladstone with the Jacksonville Jaguars. How you doing?
How you doing, Coach?
You know what? Go ahead and take a moment to soak this one in. We're trading up in the draft. We're moving from pick 5 to pick 2, and we're doing it because you're the one we've been hunting up.
Yes, sir. That's the best decision.
The coaching staff here, the front office, they obviously wanted to go and get you.
I don't know. This is questionable to me. They took a big risk trading up for a guy who's not even a quarterback who could change the program. Maybe Travis Hunter is good enough to help Trevor Lawrence look like a better quarterback. They got Brian Thomas Jr. over there that should help him on offense. And they got Tyson Campbell over there that should help him on defense. So we going to see if he could turn up the Jaguars. But I don't know. I think number 2, he deserves to be picked at number 2. He's the Heisman Trophy winner. But I don't think he's going to move the needle for the Jaguars this year. I don't think so.
They desperately needed it, though. Like, for their fan base,
You never know because remember, Jaguars had Ramsey, and he played lights out over there. So, and then he moved to another team, and then he went to our team. So that's what they like their corners. So I feel like that was a good move for them. They didn't need a quarterback. They got their wide receivers. Their defense is pretty okay. Yeah, true.
I'm sorry. I just don't like Jacksonville. You know what they did to Dan Marino? I think it was in 1999 in those playoffs. Yeah, bro. I'm sorry. I hope. No disrespect to the Jaguar fans. If y'all listening, much big ups to y'all. But nah, Jaguars, I can't, bro. Like, I just can't, bro.
Wow. I mean, that makes sense. Y'all remember when they had Blake Bortles and they made it almost to the Super Bowl with Blake Bortles?
Shoot, I'm glad they lost in the AFC Championship game.
But hey, that's what happens when you know how to build a team around a quarterback. You don't even have to be the best quarterback. If you have a good enough quarterback, you could definitely make it there. But Chris Greer, it seems like he's not building a team right well enough to support whatever quarterback we have in the room.
I would love to have that luxury. Hell, the Ravens did that too, right? In 2000, something like that.
The Ravens did that with Joe Flacco. They did that with not the Ravens, but I forgot who. Ravens did that with Joe Flacco. Eagles did that with Jalen Hurts, putting all the right weapons around him.
Stacked.
Stacked. Like, we all thought that Tua was going to be a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. That's what we all thought, but it didn't end up being that way. But it just seems like Howie Roseman just built the team the right way to help support Jalen Hurts compared to what the Dolphins have been doing.
Hall of Famer. Owner for sure. Hall of Famer owner all day. Two Super Bowls and 3 of them appearances. Give us any one of those for us. I'm sure we'll all love it. Just hell even one.
Man, bro, if I seen what Howie Roseman was doing and I was the owner of the Dolphins, I'm calling for that boy a job. Like, hey, get that boy fired. He don't know what he doing. He don't know.
There's a new regime here coming in as well, and they've kind of described you as a player that obviously you can be transcendental in the fact that you're going to play offense and defense. Is that something that was like a deal breaker for you? Where you're like, I really want to do this when I go to the NFL?
I mean, it wasn't no deal breaker, but I was really hoping that the organization that picked me would let me be myself and go out there and just ball out.
Knowing you were going to get drafted this year, I'm sure you were following different teams. Did you follow Jacksonville at all? And what did you see from some of your future teammates?
I definitely followed Jacksonville a lot because I love, Brian Thomas. I felt like he was a slept-on receiver, so I watched a lot of him, and I know of Trevor Lawrence, so I definitely watched a lot of Trevor Lawrence. But, yeah, I definitely watched my boy Jan Jones. He plays here on the defensive side of the ball, so, yeah.
What do you think about matching up and being on the opposite side of Brian Thomas? What is that? What kind of duo will that be?
Couldn't tell you. I just got to go out there and do my job. I know he's going to do his job, so hopefully it's the best duo, to come through here.
You're pretty comfortable doing things that maybe people don't expect, right? You were the first 5-star recruit to go to an FBS school. You went to Jackson State and then transferring to Colorado with Coach Prime. What makes you bet on yourself like that? Where does that confidence come from?
Just being able to prove myself right and also being able to open doors for my family. My younger siblings, they might not have the same opportunity as me, so being able to open those doors for them means a lot to me.
Back to second down. It's a huge loss for Kansas here. Here comes Wheeler on a blitz. Sanders down the field and a wide open Hunter. Nobody near him.
Coach Prime was the coach that said, I'm going to give you that opportunity to play on both sides of the football. It's not something, I don't know if any other schools are going to let you do that. What was that experience like, and what is it like playing for him?
It's a blessing to be able to play for him. It got me this far. And I also was able to win a Heisman Trophy and win a lot more awards, on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. He let me go out there and just do my thing. So he let me be able to be myself, and that got me in a good place. So I was happy to, make that decision to go play for him.
I'm not going to ask you which position you prefer because I don't think you would answer, but if wide receiver faced off against cornerback of you, who's going to win?
I couldn't tell you. I think just Travis Hunter will win. So
Travis Hunter win, not one side or the other.
Yeah.
We've seen what you've done in college. What can Jaguar fans expect to see from you when you take the field here?
Just me being myself and having fun. And they're gonna love me. I'm gonna just go out there and just do my thing as best I could.
Have you set up a fishing trip yet?
No, but I might go fishing tomorrow, Saturday.
I like him as a player.
Saturday.
I just wish
Sunday,
he wasn't with
Monday.
the Jaguars.
I
like him. No, I like him, bro. He dope. But with the Jaguars, wish he wasn't with another team. At least it wasn't the Patriots.
Shoot, he might end up playing quarterback for the Jaguars if Trevor Lawrence keep playing. For real, man. I'm trying to find some tape of Jason Marshall. I can't.
True. I think the Bradley Chubb one as well, because I think Lakers wanted to see that too.
Bradley Chubby,
the greatest. Man, if you can stay healthy, bro, this defense is gonna be disgusting.
Hopefully, he could be his old self.
Shit, that would be nice.
The old him. Let me see. I can't find that. I just go to his Instagram, see if he got highlights on his Instagram.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Mm-hmm. Hey, tell me what's wrong with this picture, Ice.
Oh, the Falcons. Damn. I'm sure he.
I got you. That man got bigger titties than her. That's what's wrong with the picture.
Crazy.
Oh man, you got it right. You got it right, Lakers. That's why I know. Like, bro, what's going on, man? Bill Belichick, we need you back, man. She over here running. She's literally running the relationship based off genetics.
And why she got the Atlanta Falcons shirt on though?
That's what I'm saying. Hey, she.
She probably did something with somebody when they. Wait, they didn't even win the Super Bowl this year?
Mm-mm.
That's what I'm saying.
That's strange.
She from Atlanta?
I doubt it. I was trying to look for her Instagram, but I couldn't find it.
Shoot.
But hey, you know what I'm saying? Our D line, if that big boy can come in and play and he help us out and produce, we might have a great D line because we got if Phillips stay healthy and Chubb, bro, who's facing our D line? Our D line is nasty because we got speed on the outside, we got two big guys in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that just looks good. I mean, bro, a defense. Look, if Anthony Weaver can get this to a top, bro, let me be real, because you really think we could be a top 5 defense? I think so, bro. I don't really care about the offense right now.
Our D line
Like,
can't help us. Our D line is really good, but it's if we
I get
can
the
keep
corner.
Ramsey, I feel like
no.
if we keep Ramsey and that young corner that we got, if he plays, and what I'm saying, they develop the safeties play good, then yeah, we can have a good defense this year. It's just our defense has to gel like they did with Brian Flores. That's all
That's
it is.
true.
Once our defense gels together like Brian Flores had our defense, we'll be fine.
Jason Marshall.
There he is, yo.
That boy, that's my boy right there, bro. That's my, other than Phillips, that's my favorite player.
You know who he reminds me of a little of the
He's
playing
nasty,
style?
bro. He comes up and hits you. Look at that, bro.
That dude.
He see, if you realize that he's the type of Baltimore Ravens corner that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, physical at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. He's physical. He's real physical. Like he comes up and hits you. You know what I'm saying? He could play the man to man. He's nasty. We need some more Jason Marshall, man. Hey, you know who else I like? That safety from Maryland.
Which one?
That we got.
Oh.
Safety.
Dante?
Yeah,
Trader?
hey, listen. He
like
is. You don't like him? Nah. Listen, his interview made me like him.
Which one
He
you talking
said he
about?
I don't know his interview, but I saw the interview of him where he was saying he said that what's his goals and he writes down his goals and he likes his favorite player is Buda Baker. So he wants to be all over the field like Buda Baker. So let's see.
I wouldn't mind that.
Let me see.
If our offense can get right, this defense, oh damn. I'm telling you, we can shock people, but
Like our DC, he's trying to make our defense the same as the Ravens, right? But we're trying to trade away Ramsey. That's stupid. Keep the number one corner, and just.
But he
build
does
around
get.
that.
I ain't gonna hold, bro. I'll be real with you. Keep it $100. last year, it really showed that he's starting to really go down, bro. Like I loved
I
him what he
understand.
did, but
I understand.
that's why I feel like the
But
Dolphins are feeling it like that. But I know what you mean too. You lose that veteran leadership that can hold everyone
yeah,
accountable. You know what
like
I'm
come on
saying?
now. Imagine we lose Ramsey. We're gonna have all these penalties on the corners. Nobody's gonna hold them accountable. You know what I'm saying?
But I
And
feel
then
like
you have
what's
all
his
the
name?
young corners.
That dude we picked up. Oh no, not him. Damn, that's a good thing actually.
That's why I would rather keep Ramsey, right? And then you have Ramsey and Chubb and Zach Zealer to be that voice in the locker room for the defense. You know, and that's cool. Let's do it.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have the corners, if you have young corners, you're gonna be out here looking like the Packers, dog.
Damn.
I mean, they got Jair.
Yeah, but he's always hurt.
Xavier McKinney at safety. I mean, he had his best year this past year, but besides that, I mean, I see depleted as hell.
Yeah, so
You know what I mean?
I would rather keep Ramsey and let us have another corner on the outside, and then like that dude we just saw from Florida. Then let's do it.
And then you got what's his name? Cam Smith, right? We still got him.
Yeah, but I don't know about. We gotta see about Cam, dog.
See, DG, I'm telling you, bro. Let me ask you, DG. You really let Cam Smith go, or do you keep him? Like,
I keep him for one more year.
Damn.
Keep him for one more year. See how he does against the competition. So with all these cornerbacks that we added this offseason, if Cam Smith ends up being cornerback number 4, I think he's done in Miami. Cam Smith has to come in and be at least cornerback number 3 on the team. He has to be number 3 out on the depth chart. If he's not that, his time could be up.
Oh damn. Okay, I see you.
Yeah. Yeah. So look. So one is Ramsey, right? Don't we have DJ Ivy, right? For Artie Burns, who we got from UM?
Artie Burns and Ivy, I think.
We have
So we got both of them.
How many? Damn, we stacked on corners. Then we have a lot.
Dang,
We're not
corner.
stacked compared to other teams, but
I know what you mean. Like the better players, like talent wise.
True, man. True. Ivy's a young corner, and he's. I don't think he can come up like that, but
I don't know. I feel like if you do trade him, I mean, there is some players we can get in return, like Greg Newsome from Cleveland. You just mentioned Jair.
yeah. But Jair got to stay healthy though. See, I would rather have Ramsey. Ramsey don't get healthy. I mean, he don't get hurt that much.
No, he
You know what I'm
doesn't.
saying? But Jair get hurt.
yeah, he getting traded.
It's because we the Dolphins. It's what we do. And then he gonna
Yeah, I don't
probably
know
win
what
a Super
They
Bowl.
don't know what they're doing, though. They don't know what they're doing.
He'll win a Super Bowl again with some other squad, and we just sit there and be like, "Yeah, we had
Yep.
him.
He's
We
gonna
had
go
him."
right to the Ravens and win the Super Bowl, or low key the Patriots, the Chargers, or some other good team like maybe he go to the Chiefs, win Super Bowl there, and then he'd be like, "Oh, what happened? We had Ramsey. Yeah, should have kept him."
Shoot, half of me says do it. The other half says might as
do
well. Yeah.
Because come on, you know that. What's up?
Tyreek Hill for a first round right now. I give it to you.
How many though? Just one? Or you give me two?
Tyreek, just one first round pick. Tyreek, straight up.
Tyreek, who?
You have to give me a second as well then in that package.
Tyreek just for one first round pick.
But that's it though.
Oh.
Just one. Like meaning. I don't get no second.
We're not getting no player or nothing.
Yeah, like that.
Nah, no player,
Hey,
player. Just one first round pick because right now y'all know Tyreek Hill not going for a first, but probably a second or a third. But if a team offer you a first, there's nothing that has to be included. You just give them Tyreek Hill and we give you our first round pick.
Hey, yo, do you know who I like? I know college football hasn't started yet, but I like that Clemson quarterback, man. That
I would
man is
flip
nasty.
that. Give me my
That
first
Clemson
round pick.
quarterback is good.
Hey, look, all I say is you give me my first round pick, and then I'll flip it and get another player in exchange in a couple of days. But my bad, Lakers. What? The
No, I'm saying
Clemson?
the Clemson quarterback, Kirby or whatever his name is. He is a good quarterback.
Shoot, so you're already looking at for next year. Oh damn.
You got to, bro. Why not?
I mean, I don't
We need
blame
a
you.
quarterback. Shoot.
Unless one of these quarterbacks hit.
Yeah, sure, man. We only got Quentin Ewers, but we'll see how he does.
Quentin. Yo, what's good, Cap for Life? Yo.
No Cap in the building?
Yeah, man, at 1:30 in the morning. Or just about 1:30.
I thought Cap was asleep, man.
Man.
I'm surprised Cap's still up.
Me
Shoot,
too.
man.
Usually Cap be asleep.
What's good, man? Just chilling tonight, bro.
Hey, who's your favorite player that we picked up
Which one?
in the draft?
For me, it's Quinn. All day.
Is that Quinn?
Oh yeah.
Wait, who's Quinn? The D tackle?
The quarterback.
Oh, Quinn Ewers.
Yeah.
Shoot, he got an arm though.
Telling you, yo. Crazy.
So that's good. I like the
My
D
favorite-
tackle in that corner. Who's your favorite?
This is my favorite right here, Jonah. I feel like he's gonna be the best player out of this class. Plus with Chris Greer. Which round you think he does better in, the first or the second round, based off history?
That's a tough one.
What you mean first round?
So his first round picks compared to his second round picks, which one does he pick better?
Well. He did better this year in the first round picks.
Mm-hmm.
I think so because we needed the D tackle. And
Can't agree, but look at last year.
Well, last
year, who we picked? We picked Patrick
I don't
Paul.
even know.
We picked Chop.
Man, I gotta go looking back. Hold on. Malik and Taj Washington, the wide receivers. Jalen Wright. And
looking back, he did better last year, I think, because he picked it better last year. Because Jalen Wright is doing better. A-Chain too. So I think last year.
I mean, you remember the year that we let Chris Greer pick in the first round 3 times, and he botched all 3 of the picks. Tua, Noah, and Austin Jackson.
See, no, that was his worst draft.
That was a very bad draft. You know, if somebody drafting like that, you wouldn't even give them the responsibilities of drafting no more because of what they did that other year in 2020. You know, but now I kind of feel like Chris Greer, he kind of that type of guy that the second round is his sweet spot to get a good player. You know, Jonah, I think he that good player that he got in the second round, third round, day 2. The day 2 picks for the Dolphins. I just feel like those are better for the Dolphins compared to history, as to where we got a homegrown guy picked early. Usually doesn't really work out whenever we're in those situations.
I'm glad that he just got all the trenches though.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Look who's on.
I gotta see how Juno play. What happened?
I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. Take a look at Fontu Melufanu. He's third in interceptions. I know it's just hold up. I know it's just like it's on the right side of your screen. Fontu Melufanu interceptions. He got 2. I know it's not that many.
Matter?
Yeah, it's also it's seasons, like, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that he's up there like that in high names, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Fontu Melufanu.
What you mean seasons?
Like, you know, you just do Madden. You know?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, Ultimate Team.
Nah, this ain't Ultimate Team. Nah, this is like my superstar. You create your own player, but the fact that Imano Fontu is up there right now in name, I mean, that shows you he's capable of being a nasty safety this year. I'm just saying. But go ahead, you can take me off, man. Appreciate it.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I still think we still do need safety, but if you add another safety in there, he gonna make all the other safeties in our room look better.
I like him, bro. I really think that replacing Javon Holland, but the strong safety room is kind of questionable. I like
Hey,
Davis.
yo, who's this Jackson Carmen dude? Who's that?
Which one?
Jackson next to Andrew Mark. Who is
I
this
don't know.
person with the Bengals?
I
Who is
don't
that?
know. Is he with us?
Yeah, he's on the team. He was a second round pick for the Bengals. They didn't really work out for them. Dolphins picked him up towards the end of the season when we started dealing with all those injuries.
Sure.
So who's our So right here, who's our top 5 or 4 line right here? What's our line looking like?
He looks like if
first,
Tua. Oh my bad. If Tua was fat,
the first. What's our line looking like?
with the hairline like that, that's what he would look like. My bad, boy.
So
So no
right
Patrick
now,
Paul on the left side.
so it's Patrick Paul, left tackle, Austin Jackson, right tackle, James Daniels, guard, Jonah, guard, Aaron Brewer, center. The interior, I'm okay with. Austin Jackson, we've seen him play at a high level before, but we don't know what we're going to get from him this year. Patrick Paul, he's the biggest wild card on the O-line. He could make this O-line a great O-line, or he could make this O-line a bad O-line. It's all on him.
Become the next Teron Armstead, but healthy.
But that's a lot to ask for in his second year.
I mean, he can do it. There was a flashes of him showing that he can go down, field, being athletic. I know he's a little bit tall, though. I get it,
Yeah, one thing good about Patrick Paul is the length. I think his length could work against like the bigger DNs. So, his anchor should be there. Nobody should be too big for him. That's one thing I like about Patrick Paul. Hopefully that's something that he's working on in the offseason as well. His core, his anchor, so he can hold up. So O-line, I think we're not okay at O-line. We could still use another tackle. But at the same time, the interior, I love it. It's just a perfect 3. James Daniels, Jonah, and Aaron Brewer. Perfect 3 for this type of scheme. Having all 3 of these guys all next to each other, man, is going to cause holes to open up. For whoever the running back is, holes will open up.
Damn, we got that many offensive linemen. Oh no, those are the guys. Ain't no way we still got Isaiah Wynn. Ain't no way.
We don't. This page not updated yet.
Sure. I was gonna say we stacked.
But yeah, man.
First time in a long time, I actually feel comfortable with the trenches.
Shoot, another draft like this, and I'm gonna be chilling with my feet kicked up. No worries.
And then a new
without Tua though.
Yep. Hell yeah. Unless he you know what? Even if he shows up, we know we have to hold our breath with his health.
Yeah, boy. Well, I'm going to sleep, man. Are y'all gonna be on tomorrow?
Probably. What's tomorrow? Friday.
In the daytime, though. In the daytime.
Yeah, I'll be for a little. Yeah, I'll be live for a bit, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bet. I'm gonna come through.
All right, man.
All right, Lakers.
All right, well, y'all have a good night.
Peace, bro.
You too. But yeah, man. I was looking at the Charleston White stuff you wanted me to look at.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, the Aiden Ross.
YouTube might ban me.
Oh shoot, then don't do it because it's copyright. Aiden Ross owns it. Yeah, never mind.
No, it's not. It's not Aiden Ross owns. I reacted to a video before of him and of Charleston White and him, and I got a copyright block because of harassment.
Shoot.
So I would play it, but I can't.
Nah, you good. You good. Say less. Say less.
But any other topics you wanted to hop on today?
Nah, man. I think we covered majority of it, right, throughout the whole night. You know.
Yeah, we did. We covered most.
Shoot. It was a good stream, though.
It was a good stream. We forgot to touch on
Which
Justin
one?
Fields.
Oh, okay. We can still, if you want. It's up to you, man.
Hold on, I got you.
Eric Bourne. What a name.
Yeah, he definitely gonna bore us.
Damn, he looked focused. Oh, you can't play the music. Okay, yeah, no. Gets it out quick. Is that Allen?
Yeah, that's the guard lizard.
Shoot.
Tyrod Taylor.
He looks better throwing the ball now. In Chicago, it's kind of okay. He's improved. Who's this? I don't know who that one is.
I think that's Stone Smart.
Oh, I don't know that one, no. Man, let's just hope the Jets are not good. Because if they are, and Justin Fields actually finds his way somehow, some way,
They're gonna try to run that Eagles offense. That's what I feel like.
if that happens, dude, then I don't know, man. Yeah. They were the first to win a Super Bowl before us as well. It kind of sucks to say. He's very talented.
Let's get you.
The Bears kind of messed up if he really does.
You're gonna see. I think Caleb Williams is gonna be good too. It's just with Justin Fields, they weren't using him the right way. You know. On top of that, he said he don't eat. Was it meat?
No way.
Was it meat? Yeah, he's a vegetarian.
Okay. That's good. I mean, for the body, health.
Yeah, boy, you gotta keep on working on that throwing motion, man. Definitely gotta keep on throwing at it.
Oh shoot, what's going on here? Oh, okay, get low. Hey, let them know.
That boy already too busy partying.
This is crazy. Justin Fields. Are they playing Jack Sparrow?
I think so.
Pirates of the Caribbean? Okay.
Oh, this got to be a cruise. Or in Dubai, maybe.
Man. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
There go Micah Parsons in the back.
You're joining the Jets, maybe?
I doubt it.
I don't know. Hey. Chop.
I doubt it.
The Giants uniforms right there are so nasty. Ours as well when we rocked the 1970s throwbacks. But those are fresh too. Yeah.
All right, but answer this question: which of these three running backs would you have the best career with
when they retire? I mean, obviously, that's kind of like if you asked me this maybe a year ago and we moved Genty and replaced him with someone else, I would actually pick Bijan Robinson. But now we gonna pick Saquon because what he just did with the Eagles. So
yeah,
that's
the 2K.
kind of like, that's not fair to Bijan because he's disgusting.
With Bijan, I think there's no excuse with Bijan because he got a pretty good O line.
He has. That's right, Chris Lindenstorm. They got other players. They're nice. What about the quarterback, bro? They got Michael, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't think he. Hopefully, he does balling times for them, but I don't think he got it like that. I don't know.
We all know Baker Mayfield is running it right now.
Good for him, though. He deserves that. The Browns kind of did him dirty for it. He really took it to the next level, yo.
You know what? Everybody doing the Browns dirty right now. You should really think about it. Everybody doing them dirty.
Man, too many quarterbacks. Good luck to them for that. That's their fault. Could have kept Baker. Should have kept him.
Yeah, we gonna see, man. Any last words, Ice?
Nah, man. I'm chilling, bro. I mean, thank you, bro. Always, man. You already know. Appreciate it. Always having me on. And hey, I'm chilling. I'm just, my half of my cut me some slack. It's past, so my brain is kind of like, so.
That's why I know my brain about to fry right now if I keep on functioning. So I know you're tired too. But hey, I appreciate and love all y'all who pulled up on me. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe for more content. It's not gonna hurt you to just leave a like. That's it, minimum. And y'all go check out my merch, DGmerchandise.com. Got new merch on the way, so please be on the lookout for that, man. Please be on the lookout. But hey, man, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. It's DGE.